Test. Okay, sweet. I just got a game of Agricola, which I wasn't totally expecting. I was half queuing Terra Mystica and it was slow, and I was responding to a BGG post. So the start of this is going to be... Oh, and the ban list isn't on. There's a dumb caravan here. Oh my god. Some of these guys don't speak English, I don't think. I would explain that I would leave the game, but I don't think it's going to work well. Well, whatever. I entered a game without the ban list. The only thing to do is take and play Caravan and prove to people why it shouldn't be allowed. Part of why Caravan is so dumb is because stuff like Priest is a lot easier to hit because I can still just grow with Caravan and then still use Priest. So, yeah, Priest is probably the strongest card here. I mean, Conjure's pretty good, Stonecutter's reasonably good, Rift Baluster's good. I'm entering a draft 10 game, so it's going to be a bit nutty. Also, somebody probably is going to get Braggart then because we're playing draft 10 and there's only 47 occupations in the set because Sheepwalker doesn't exist yet. And so we're dealing 40 of them. So the odds of Braggart being in somebody's hand is 40 out of 47. It's pretty freaking high. I get Assistant Tiller though. That's one of the best cards in the set. I need to double check these settings. I thought it said, okay, the additional spaces are disabled. So without additional spaces, growth queue can still be tight. So then stuff like harpooners is important. But getting Assistant Tiller and Grocer here, I highly suspect this player probably has like Childless or Braggart. I don't love the fact that I'm like the other like quite good players are in front of me here. I finally got this expert rating and we get to take it for a spin. Wait, I got an axe here too. Holy crap. I have an axe aluminum mantelpiece. Like, what did he take out of here? Wow, this is kind of tough. I think I have to take Assistant Tiller, but Harpooner's actually pretty good with axe in a big family if you get to grow aggressively. Carpenter's Parlor, I really got to call it that. I think I have to take Carpenter's Parlor. I mean, these other cards are very good, but I hate passing Carpenter's Parlor. And then I take the Tiller. I mean, we also have Carpenter. The game. This is... I should not join Draft 10 games. I don't like Draft 10, and yet I was kind of bored and I did it, and then no ban list. This pack of occupation sucks, which is unfortunate. I think I'll take Organic Farmer just for late game points. I could play Animal Tamer. My first pick Priest here is really dead because of the Carpenter's Parlor. I just want to build wood rooms, so that's also just a bit sad. I'll probably take Butter Churn is probably the best card. And then I don't care for any of this. There was the Conjure in the game, so Lutenist could be playable, but I'm never going to find time for it. I'll take Organic Farmer. I'm also a bit sad I have seen none of the other day laborer cards yet. But like even a cottager is pretty good here. Like I'm gonna build plenty of rooms. I'd be pretty happy to cottager. I'm not even sure I play caravan, which is also sad. So pastor is another reason that caravan can be kind of dumb because I can totally grow and then still pastor, but I don't even know if it's worth playing Caravan this game when I have very cheap rooms. The main advantages of Caravan are kind of lost. So, what seat am I on? I'm third seat here. I like Storehouse Keeper a lot, and I want to take Reedstone Food, but I'm after the other good players that probably know to take Reedstone Food. Plow Driver is normally very good. I also like Plow Driver with Priest a lot. That's a really strong set, but I have an Assistant Tiller. There might be some day laborer fights this game, though. I haven't seen a Loam Pit, I haven't seen Seasonal Worker, I haven't seen Cottager, so they might have been drafted by some other players. But anyhow, I think I take Storehouse Keeper. Passing the Plow Driver around scares me because there's very likely a Scholar. Like at these levels, draft 10 creates a lot of combo games, and I'm not necessarily hitting combos. Clearing spade is reasonable to really speed up harvesting of crops. Drinking trough is nice with organic farmer, and then bean field is just generically good. But I shouldn't really need spots for crops. It's either clear. I think it's probably clearing spade here. Speeding up the harvesting of my crops could really help feed me. I might be doing some sort of baking game here, but I'm very nervous. Also, I forgot. Sorry, I've been so distracted. I haven't resized my window or anything yet. I will get to it, but yeah. Okay, so Conjure came back. Conjure is quite good, but now I have Storehouse Keeper, so I kind of just want to get my grain from that. But and I have a tiller. So the other tough part about Conjure is that I already kind of want to day labor a decent bit. So do I also want to be taking traveling? Not really. So I think I take Scythe Worker here. Scythe Worker is another way to help speed up all the grain. Hedge Keeper is a reasonable way in case I get into fencing trouble. But I've been really lucky, I guess, in general, of never running into fencing trouble in this set in most of my games lately because I can just take enough wood usually against most players. But I've also taken a lot of wood cost improvements, and I'm thinking about taking another wood cost improvement because all these cards suck for me. I guess I'll take the Stone Tongs, but the more I think about it, maybe this should just be Hedge Keeper. I'll risk it, but it maybe should be Hedge Keeper. I could run into issues. Wow, Grocer is still here. Um, yeah, like it's gotta be Grocer. Woodcutter is still here too, which is a little funny. I mean, it's probably correct. Again, I don't think people should. I think people overdraft Woodcutter, but it also means that nobody's injecting extra wood for me, which is part of how I've been surviving a lot of my games, is because people inject so much. Mantelpiece is really strong. It's just it doesn't work well with my whole Carpenter's Parlor game plan. Um, so I think I also keep passing it, but it's sad to watch it pass because yikes, it can be very strong. I'll just take clay pipe. It's possibly a good amount of food. Everything else kind of sucks there. And then finally, these cards are underwhelming. If somebody does go for the Conjure, this is okay. Papermaker is a way to feed, but it's a terrible one. Harpooner did get taken. Bread Paddle. Caravan, isn't it meant to be banned? It is ghostly. It is. I wound up in a game where the creator didn't turn on the ban list, and then these guys don't speak English, so I decided it wasn't worth trying to get them to agree to ban or to restart. But yeah, this is somebody's gonna have a braggart, and I'm gonna be really annoyed about that too. Okay, so Acorn's Basket is fine, but I think Bread Paddle is good here. I hopefully can do feeding through. Uh, I hopefully can feed through grain, and I have quite a few ox I want to play. Oven Firing Boy, maybe. Let's draft the stupid Oven Firing Boy. Maybe I play it just for more bake actions if things go well. I really need to resize everything, but I wanted to finish replying to this BGG post. Okay. Looks like I succeeded at that. I'm just left Reedstone Food here, which is what I'll take. I should pay attention to what people played. We played Tutor and Geologist. Geologist from a strong player? Like, yikes. Let's talk about some things, team. Let's talk. Okay. You have EJ and Swiss Stack coming over very soon for Game of Merchants in real life. Wow, damn, that's awesome, Ghostly. So cool. Okay. Everything's gonna change. We make this big. I need to switch to this view. My volume's still good, and then I need to switch. player boards next to this, and I need to resize. And there we go. Okay. So yeah, what happened? 3 wood got taken. Whoa. Okay, so the bad player that's sitting right after me. Oh wait, no, they did 3 wood. Oh, 3 wood, and then 2 clay, 2 wood has happened, and I'm left with not a lot of good options here. I don't want to plow because I'm assisted tiller. I don't really need grain seeds. I don't need anything. I don't have a start player though. Uh, this is where you just day labor for some food tempo, but this is underwhelming. This is the slight downside of third seed here. I could SP Nada, but that's usually wrong. But the guy with 3 wood is likely to start player and put me last. Yeah. Hopefully this is not a bad player that's going to start player a ton, but it certainly could be. But also, I mean, I got Reedstone food. That's what I wanted the most. It sets up for Carpenter's Parlor. My next round might be like take 3 wood and then start player the Carpenter's Parlor. I would like to get Storehouse Keeper down at some point, but honestly, I just may never play it. We'll see how it goes. The tutor suggests somebody wants to play a lot of Ox. We do get Woodcutter in the game, so that I actually kind of like to see because I think it means the wood supply is going to be inflated, and small scale farmer now. So the wood supply is very inflated, which again is partly why I think I always have such success getting wood. People play all these cards that inject wood in the game and then just don't do anything with it. I want Reed for axe stuff, but I also love Reedstone food. I think I generally prefer to take Reedstone food here. Um, Even though I have the banned caravan, I just don't think I'm going to use it this game. I just like really don't need it. We have a herring pot coming down. That's not very good, but okay. I just take 2 wood here. I don't have a lot else to do. My food is so good currently. The priest is gonna never get played this game because I mean I could still go for like a caravan priest game plan, but Carpenter's Parlor is just too good to pass on. Um, the fact that there's banned cards in this set is annoying. I wish I had noticed that the ban list was wish I had noticed that the ban list wasn't on because I would not have joined this game, but I forgot to check for that setting while I was half queuing Terra Mystic and half wanting to join this, so oh well. The food situation here looks a little dangerous. I'm guessing they're going to fish first action. Because they've played a lot of Ox. Like, there is food pressure at the table for these guys. I mean, somebody could go for the sheep still, too, actually. So there's not that much food pressure. But regardless, the point is they have to kind of worry about their food, and I have a lot of freedom still. I'll just keep taking Reedstone food, although we'll see. I still think this Geologist play, by the way, is like just very wrong. I think Geologist is just a bad card, but there's a little more clay in the game. It's really hard to leverage that. Ak happens here again with Harpooner, so now there's a fishing fight. You gotta love to see that. I just need Reedstone food more than anything. In terms of I need Reed. This is like just take Reedstone food is the best way to win. Like I'm very sad I don't have Storehouse Keeper down, but I'll find other things to do. Congrats on the BGA expert status. Yeah, thanks much, man. We're taking the expert rating out for a spin here, and we certainly are not in a terrible spot by any means. There's some really good things that could happen here. We need a little more wood, and we still can't start player the axe here, but we get 3 wood. Canoe Harpooner. Well, that's fun. So they're gonna fish early. I just take wood. Nobody else can build a room yet. The dream here, the absolute dream, is next round I take another Reedstone food action, and then I get to start player the axe, and nobody else builds rooms, and then I open round 5 with double build, growth flips, and I get to grow in round 5 and 6. That is the absolute dream. That would be hitting the nuts. We'll see what happens. What is expert status? So expert status is when you hit 500 elo in a game, your rating becomes expert. Anyhow, the whole room build plan, as much of a dream as it is, Teal likely builds the first room. Anyhow, yeah. So BGA has this rating system where once you hit certain levels, you get. Wow, he's taking 3 wood because it comes with a clay instead of taking 4 wood. I think that's pretty wrong. He also is hungry, right? Or he can one food fish. Well, I might. This is tricky. Like I could take 4 wood here just because it's a very good action, and then nobody's gonna be able to build a room. So then I take 4 wood into start player axe and just build 1 room, and I worry about doing the extra builds later. It's probably better. This way, the opponent right after me doesn't get the first room, and that's probably just a safer position to be in, especially against a weaker player. The weaker player might overvalue start player in to get the first growth, and that could like really kill me as well. So, oh, and they maybe were just always going for the fireplace, so maybe I'm paranoid for no reason. I might have the option next round of start player. We'll see what happens. I'm in a very good spot here because nobody else has room parts, and I have very cheap rooms. I potentially. Oh, okay, I was about to say the super crazy option was if nobody touched that reed stack, I could start player into 3 reed into 3 rooms. But we get the crazy canoe guy here. Canoe guy can now build a room. So I think the play is just start player the axe and then build the first room. Not taking Reedstone food is definitely a bummer. Because it's such a good action. Everybody take lots of Reedstone foods and you win the game. That's a lot of why my game is just so good here. I haven't played an occupation, but I've just got all the Reedstone food except now finally. But regardless, I get the first room of the game. If growth flips, incredibly good for me. If growth doesn't flip, a little bit of a bummer for sure. Because this guy has Harpooner Canoe, I think I still maybe do play Storehouse Keeper this game. Like, it's going to be late, and yet I think Reedstone Food is a very achievable action this game. We hit... Oh, yeah, we hit growth. Oh, team. We're so lucky. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, this is so good. You know why it's so good, too, team? You know that dumb busted caravan we have in our hand? And how I said I didn't need to play it? What if we play it? If we grow caravan here, we just get to grow next round. Nobody can stop us. Do I do that? I mean, why not, right? I get the next growth of the game. That's so winning. Like, I just grow with a caravan. I can build rooms again later. Like, who cares? I get another growth? I mean, it's going to put me into some food pressure. That's the real reason not to. But taking the first 2 growths is so strong. It's so good because you just have such action advantage. You push everybody else's growths back, and like I move mine up so much. Oh wow, wait a sec. This player has played Scullery and Junk Room. He didn't build the fireplace last round. I should talk about this. This guy is playing all of the terrible minor improvements in my opinion, but oh well. He's nowhere near a room now. He's refusing to take wood, so these other players are fighting for room parts. Red might start player just so they can get the next room. Although, I guess they probably get the next room anyhow. But, well, no. Gray could take some wood. Although Gray's running the small-scale farmer. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, maybe I don't... See, so this is tough. The caravan thing depends on how much I move up in the growth queue from playing it. If I can just grow in round 7 anyhow, because nobody else is going to build a room and I'm ready to build again soon, then Caravan is like a complete waste of stuff here. Would I join a table with the extra spaces turned on if I saw Bubble or another top player queuing? Yeah, I probably would. I know how to play at those tables. I don't like super know, but I kind of know. So I could figure it out. But okay, team. Caravan is really just to get the next growth, and I probably can fight my way back into the growth queue pretty quickly. Some of these players are not ready to grow at all aggressively, and I can. And the loss of 3 food and 3 wood is pretty big here, actually. And I have other minor improvements I actually want to play. So I think I'm not going to go for the super aggressive grow, but I'm not totally sure this is correct because growing again next round is very good, but I think it's okay. I think my priority is probably play Storehouse Keeper and greed out the Reedstone food action next round. I'm not really sure who of these players is going to take more reed. I guess this player... Oh, this is the tricky part. This player wants to double build. Okay, we do have a cottager in the game, so that makes my assistant tiller a bit sad. It also means they might have loam pit, they might have seasonal worker. So I'm not sure how great the tiller will be this game or not, but I don't super need the tiller to have a great game here. Okay, they are just setting up the double build. Oh no, they don't have enough wood. Okay, they want to double build. So I need to open this round with just reedstone food. Or I could open the round with 2 reed. But I'll just open it with reedstone food. I'll keep skipping Storehouse Keeper. I just take reedstone food here and threaten to build. If red doesn't build, I just get to build again. So it's too strong here to threaten to build. Why do you see Caravan? Because I accidentally joined a game that didn't have a ban list on. And remarkably, I just don't need Caravan because I got past Carpenter's Parlor. Red, if they have any sense of the world, just builds here. Red should build and grow because they go so far down in the queue otherwise. Yeah, they're going to. My friend did that too today. Yeah, it's easy to join these games and miss it, so whatever. Anyhow, I do start player here because I'll get to build and grow next round if I just start player here, and we want clearing speed eventually. The real dream here is to wheel the 2 reed and then just double build. If I don't know who's taking 2 reed on me. So if I get 2 reed here, I open next round double build, and then I just grow in round 7 and 8, and the game's like over as long as I can feed. Now, the can I feed part is a fun discussion. I'll find a way to feed, but it could get a bit ugly because I've taken no clay. I have no real way to feed. I can try to do some guilds with all the stone I've taken, but it's gonna be a little sketchy if I grow that aggressively. But regardless, I mean, I'm going to take the 2 reed here because I just get to build. We have so many miners so early. I mean, I'm not even gonna get to play these miners because I'm not gonna have. I'm gonna grow nothing next round, but it's okay. But yeah, we have played a lot of miners early here, unfortunately. I mean, I had to start player this, and now I've start player twice this game. It's really against my whole ethos, but building is very strong here. Again, we just get out to 5 rooms, and I have the next 2 gross. Again, I can just... I get to grow to... I get to grow to 4 people here, and I can just grow to 5 next round. Again, it's going to put a lot of food pressure on me, so we'll see how I navigate that. Wait. Gray, wait. Oh, Gray had Cottager. Duh. Okay, I lied about growing this round. I forgot that Gray was going to grow or be able to build off Cottager. Oh my god, that was sloppy of me. I maybe shouldn't have start playered to build, but I did start player to build. So, whatever. I mean, I'm growing eventually, but this is slower than I thought, so that's a bummer. This could be tiller time, but I think it's just take some clay. There's still more Reedstone food actions too, which I don't hate, but I think it's this. Do I play Storehouse Keeper as a late grain source and assume I can just spam Reedstone food throughout the rest of the game? Do I want that? I think the answer is yes, because I'm still going to have a ton of actions here. But the whole Caravan game plan is warming up to me now. Like, Caravan wouldn't let me just grow here and pushed everybody else to fight so much. It might have been worth it. But my action here might just be 3 food, actually. 3 food's slow, and yet I'm getting Ock blocked, which would have been my action otherwise. 4 more clay is actually not a crazy option either. There's still just a cooking hearth. It could just be 4 more clay. We see a stone cutter. I don't love seeing the stone cutter, but I'm guessing it's for Reno mantelpiece or something. Okay, we can't take 4 more clay. So yeah, it's probably just 3 food. It's underwhelming. I mean, I guess the alternative is hearth. Oh, I could hearth into the pile of sheep. Yeah, let's do that. Hearth into the sheep is probably... Hearth is also just a great way to feed when you have a huge family. If you don't have a better way to feed, hearth is usually a good answer. Usually you can find a way to feed once you have a hearth. I mean, I still dreamed of doing bread paddle stuff, getting a bit of grain, but look, whatever. We have a 5-room house in an early growth game. We're going to have crazy action advantage. The problem is we don't have any extra resources really right now. And we're sitting after the good players. They might really attack the wood supply. We'll see what they do, but early growth should be really strong for us regardless. Getting hearth and immediate value from it seems good. Yeah, I get immediate value from hearth, and long term it provides so many ways to feed, like pairs of boar and stuff start giving me options. I can just do stuff with veg. Honestly, baking in a hearth is an option. It's not thrilling, but like I could probably afford to just bake in a hearth this game. The general lesson, not that I've shown it much on this stream, is if you don't have a solid feeding plan, hearth almost always provides you at least quasi-efficient feeding, and it's probably the best way to feed a big family. So I'm guessing red is start playing to build here, so that's going to be unfortunate, because if they build first action, which they almost have to, I have to grow instead of taking the sheep pile, and then teal could take the sheep. But pigs flip, so honestly, I think I just grow. Even though I'm growing nothing, by the way. I don't have any miner to play, but growing is that important, especially if more rooms are getting built. Yeah, more rooms are getting built. So I just grow nothing here. I hope to wheel the sheep. If I don't wheel the sheep, I can take 4 food here. I can hope to get the pair of boars, but I have to grow here. There's just too much pressure on growing, and it would just be a mistake not to. I could definitely find a way to feed as much as I want these sheep. Yeah, I probably should have. I could have seen this coming if I'm paying a bit more attention. I'm being kind of sloppy this morning, honestly, about thinking about what my opponents are up to. Um, it was pretty obvious, I think, that red would start player there in order to build, because now, like, red probably gets the next growth unless I start player to grow. Wow, the Ock fight this game is really well, I get the sheep anyhow now, though. Who's going to take the sheep? So that's lucky, at least. But the Ock fight is really unfortunate, right? Like, these players are playing... I mean, it's draft 10, so I should be used to it, but, like, why is he playing Conservator here over taking, like, 4 wood? But that's what he did, so... Oh, well. The next fight here is I need to start taking wood aggressively, and my opponents that are good are taking wood aggressively, so I could run into some issues still, because I could get wood starved. One of the easiest ways to make me lose this game is to wood starve me. Wow, they're not building rooms. They're just giving up on building, even though they played carpenter. That's That's super wrong. I'm guessing they have like the plow driver and stuff, but yikes, that was unexpected. That makes my fifth room a bit better because like red grows next round and then I just grow again in like round 10. So I just grow like rounds 5, 8, and 10. That's totally fine. Um, my big problem again is I need resources. Two stone from gray is fine. They do have stone cutters, so they could build a well. I don't have a wood. I would like the well eventually too, but I'll take 3 wood here. Is the priority. If I can't take 3 wood, it might just be 4 food. Although it looks like I could get the pair of boar next round. Uh, I still kind of want to play storehouse key. Well, okay, I don't get the wood. Ugh. Yeah, not getting wood this game is gonna slow me down. Do I actually play the storehouse keeper? There's not that many rounds left, and yet who's gonna attack Reedstone food aggressively? Could just play the assistant tiller otherwise. I really do need the assistant tiller down, but I think I play storehouse keeper here. Um, yeah, we'll see. I'm guessing this is the well, which is okay. If the well happens, yeah, I can try to take the reed pile next round and build the BMW. The BMW should be pretty good this game, especially if I want to spam more reedstone food actions. My priority probably has to be 3 wood here, though. The wood fight is really an issue for me. Getting wood starved is a guaranteed way for me to lose this game. I probably should have the hedge keeper in my hand. Red had to grow though, duh. Okay, I will take 3 wood. I think it's that important. My feeding is also important, but there's a pair of boar. There's 5 food. There's other ways I can feed. Not a fan of storehouse keeper here. I mean, you might be right. Storehouse keeper, I might just like too much, but I think I really need a spot to spam because I have so many actions and I need food. So I need a lot of food to pay for grocer, by the way. I mean, I could just keep taking animal piles, it looks like, too, but we do see plow driver come out, which is fine. I do have a lot of actions. Now, I need a lot of food. Oof. Watching the reed pile go there is a bummer. I was hoping to build BMW with that, but oh well. I probably do just take Reedstone food grain here. It looks like I get a food pile. Well, wait a sec. How is teal feeding? Is taking 5 food actually just better than taking the pigs here? I give up a food, but I make teal's life harder, don't I? You don't think teal's doing well? I mean, I think I agree with you, and yet forcing players to take bad actions is usually, well, teal might take my reedstone food in order to build BMW. Yeah, I actually am just gonna take this. I'll assume I get either pigs or the food pile in return. Yeah, I mean this player is so fed; they're just not a threat to take animals. Clay is eventually going to be tight for me too. Not taking 4 clay there is going to hurt. Gray does just take their, or yeah, I actually screwed up. Teal is here, gray is here, but okay. Regardless, it looks like I'm growing next round unless, oh, red had hard porcelain. Okay, so the clay, that's a little of why they maybe played geologist, and they're stealing the BMW. Okay, well that's fun. I just get to grow next round. Still a fan of that. I'm not a fan that I haven't used my stone efficiently. That's a little bit of a risk. I'm going to take a lot of stone. I really probably want a stone oven. Um, anyhow, here I think I just take the boar and then I finally play the assistant tiller. Um, Yeah, I eat the boar, and then I'll play assistant tiller, presumably. Late assistant tiller feels hilarious. I mean, so one thing I will say is like everybody plays assistant tiller early, and I just don't think you need to or even should necessarily. Like, yes, assistant tiller early is totally fine, but it's also totally fine to grow super aggressively and then just use it late. Um, but I agree, it does feel kind of funny because we're so used to seeing people try to use it early. I'm pretty happy that this cottager just renovated too. Oh, he's gonna build a clay room though, so I am gonna get into a day labor fight. So I'm the assistant tiller is going to be slightly. It's not gonna be surefire because this player is unfortunately going to do stuff. Oh, do I bake a bread here? It helps my food tempo, but I don't think I do. I think I'm hoping to stone oven pretty badly still. Uh, yes and no. I mean, the thing about late tiller is that a lot of times this plow space is going to start getting super contested, right? So the fact that I can plow on an action space that's not contested is the real strength of tiller. Um, in the late game. Now, the problem is in this set, day labor can be contested, and day labor will be somewhat contested because red wants to build a room here. Or gray wants to build a room. I want to grow. I'm taking wood, though, first action. We get more early animals, which is just more food in the game. So my hearth is definitely an easy way to feed here. I can just keep taking animal pairs. It's a little lame because I would rather be able to fence and hold them, but yeah. Anyhow, wood is the priority. I have to take wood here. Um, I would love the 4 wood, but I think red should take the 4 wood. Red also needs a lot of wood. Ah, but geologist! You'd rather have a clay. I'm fine with that. Add more clay to the game, give me more wood. Totally sign up for that deal. That was convenient. Don't like seeing teal start player here. Um, especially for bottles. I mean, I guess it's points that he's probably supposed to, but he's really flailing. But I'm guess this is starting. Well, it's not that many improvements, but it's a lot of improvements. I kind of think Teal maybe has the braggart, which I'd be very happy about. I'd be very happy if he has the braggart and it's not one of my stronger opponents because Teal without growing here is just not a threat. I have to grow now. Red is forcing me, day labored, which makes sense. It's kind of expected. So I will grow. I probably play butter churn. It's a wood to a point. I'm a little wood tight, but um, I'll play butter churn. I'm definitely not playing stone tongs, but I think butter churn's worth playing. Oh, I have a sheep in my house even, although that doesn't matter. I need multiple. Maybe butter churns eventually, but anyhow, yeah, I mean, it's not a guarantee that this player is going for braggart, but that's my guess. I'm guessing they're just trying to play a lot of their minor improvements and that they have a braggart because I passed everything else thus far. Um, I don't know what their first pick was. To be fair, I also have no clue what red first picked. I totally saw harpooner. I'm not sure I saw geologist. Reedstone food does get taken. Oh, misery, misery, misery. Well, that's unfortunate. Plow. This is so sad. Plow is open, but there's not much for me to do here. The board kind of sucks. I mean, three clay, I guess, is good enough. Yeah, I mean, 3 clay is good enough. I have a lot of actions, and I do have some food problems about to come up. So being last this next round is a little unfortunate too. Um, there's so many animal pairs and stuff. Gray looks like they're just trying to fight for Reno at this point. They have Stonecutter, so they're going to Reno again. So Day Labor is still being fought for. Where's the clay going? Clay Oven? So it could be Clay Oven, but I think I actually prefer. I think I just want Stone Oven. Um, so like one of the questions here is, do I just play Scythe Worker so I can play Stone Oven? and then possibly still plant some grain at some point. I mean, I have a ton of actions going forward, which is the upshot. The downside is I honestly think gray might day labor or reno pretty aggressively because I'm starting to get the sense that gray is like trying to play a late game scholar or something. But I don't totally have the read. Um, Plow is just there. I probably was supposed to just take plow here. I mean, scythe work is not really needed at the moment. Clay oven is an option. One of the reasons I'm hesitant to clay oven is because I really also want to renovate this game for points, and so I need a lot of clay. And like, I kind of don't want to put that much clay pressure on me, although I don't totally know who's going to be taking more clay this game. The pair of cows goes right away. That's fine. If I get the pair of boars, I probably just take that to feed, although I have other ways to feed, but it gets tight without the boar. Is Stone Oven giving up on Reno? Oh, no. Stone Oven's not giving up on Reno. Stone Oven is fine because I'm using only one clay. Clay Oven is rough because it uses 3 clay, and it makes getting the clay to Reno possibly cost a whole other action. So I'd rather Stone Oven, and then the stone I'm not worried about. There's quite a bit of stone in this game still, and I want to spam Reedstone food just for the grain. Gray is going to play a Scholar here is my guess. If he's Akin. No, he's playing a Groom. He's renovating for Groom? Okay, Gray's game, like, sucks. He has no fences. He almost has to have the Hedgekeeper, but, like... Anyhow, I have to take 2 pigs here. I'd really like to take more wood. Red is start player, and you gotta love that. Moldboard plow, that's fine. Although the wood pressure, look, nobody is fencing. There's so much wood pressure. I need to take wood, but I have to take food, even worse. But that's okay. This helps a lot. I have a lot of action still this round. Gray is clearly renovating, but hopefully I can use Tiller in the final rounds. I think there's hope for that still. I have a lot of actions left this round, like Reedstone food, wood, 4 clay, stone oven type stuff would be pretty sweet. But yeah, the wood stack is starting to get taken. I take 3 wood on the wheel if I can. If I can't take 3 wood, I'm hoping to get 4 wood at the start of next round. Fence pressure going to get scary? Yes. There's also going to be a lot of fence pressure because nobody's fenced thus far. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And like, there's so much wood pressure because Gray's building stables off of Groom. Like, the wood is so tight here. But I get 3 wood. That's really fortunate because 2 wood, honestly, 2 wood might start becoming an action. And I think if you're starting to take 2 wood, your game is in a rough spot. If I get 3 wood at the start of next round, which seems likely, I would expect red to try to take grow or whatever happens. I'm happy to fence 12 this game. Just fence 12, make 2 pastures. Yeah, that limits me somewhat, but the fact nobody else is able to fence and animal pairs just keep happening and I have a million actions, like, I definitely will do that. Gray grows with corn scoop. That's fine. I was about to say I was going to take 4 clay to be able to renovate. Renovating the stone oven would have been sweet, but I can't take 4 clay. But I do get Reedstone food grain, and then I will take a stone oven. And then, God, I don't know. This clearing spade is a little sad, but we'll get there. But yeah, that clay grab is a little unfortunate because I really wanted it. Oh God, if this is stone oven, I'm gonna. Oh, I can't even stone oven now. They're building the pottery. Okay, not being able to stone oven is a real bummer here because I've left my. Well, I could eat my sheep, but I guess I just take 2 wood. I said I didn't want to take 2 wood, but there's nothing on this board for me. I guess I could sow a grain and bake a grain. Or just sow a grain. Yikes. The other option is 2 wood into fence 11. I don't actually hate that. I don't love that. I think it has to be 2 wood. 2 wood is just not that bad. There's so much wood pressure in the game. Fencing 11 might be correct here. Although there's not that many animal pairs, so I don't really want to fence this action. It's just unfortunate. I can't do anything I want to do. I mean, which, whatever, good on my opponents. I can't, the only way I can afford to awk is if I bake a grain here. Maybe that's worth it. That almost has to be worth it. Like, I can just bake a grain in the cooking hearth. I want to bake the grain in a stone oven, but that's only one better. And I really need to get imported ox down. I want to play grocer this game. I don't necessarily need to play scythe worker, but I'm not opposed to it later. But grocer is getting played. Uh, so I could even bake 2 grain here, which I think I'd do that, honestly. I think the little extra food is going to be fine. Although, I want a stone oven still. Ugh, I don't know, team. We're going to do this. So, opening this round with 3 wood and then getting to fully fence is nice, although teal probably is going to fence this round if they have any sense, although I'm not convinced teal has sense, but... The only upshot is this player should be done day laboring, and nobody else wants to day labor, so I should just get last action day laborer going forward. So that part's going to be convenient. Plow sow flips instead of growth. I assume red still takes it, but it's definitely a bit of a bummer for them. I will take 3 wood. I mean, the only upshot is like gray has no future in this game because he has no wood. Red is probably my main competition this game. Red has fields, red has some wood, some improvements, a decent family, has some resources. I'm not worried about teal's game at all. My game I'm pretty happy with, but like I'm only at 3 points. Wow, and red does open with the wood. Okay, well, I just buy the grocer wood and I fence here. Buy the grocer wood, fence 12. It's not worth trying to fight for more wood. There hopefully will be animal pairs next round, although honestly, I maybe take just like I might just take a pair of sheep and a cow yet this round. We'll see. But there's just so many actions from everybody, and I don't totally know what people have to do. Gray's gonna start player. I'm okay with that. I don't really. He has a mini pasture. Okay, well that alleviates things a lot. That's unfortunate. I didn't know about that. You think red is indeed the enemy? Red's almost certainly the enemy. Red's like the only player that's like close to me. Fencing helps my points a lot, but gosh, again, I do still have some issues. But I guess I have a lot of resources still. The fact I don't have the BMW is definitely going to be a bummer. I'm going to have so much extra read after spamming this space, but it's okay. I think I just want the sheep the most here, and then I really just want a pair of cows, probably, and then I'm just aiming for a single boar this game. And I think all of that's fine. But yeah, I think my next action is the sheep. Butter churn is going to provide me some nice late game food. So I think it's sheep. Love to see the player on only 2 people taking the 2 wood. There's still just so little wood for a lot of these players. Gray is taking the reed, but he doesn't have the BMW. Is he trying for a stone house? Like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Um, I might just need to read stone food grain here. I really do need grain. Uh, Pretty badly if I'm just gonna stone oven, which I still want a stone oven. Joinery. Joinery? How much wood do you think is in this game? Okay, that's bold in my opinion. I want a day labor. I want to read stone food. I maybe want a stone oven. I want to take a cow. I'd like to rend stone oven is what I'd like to do. Guild addict. I mean, guilds are good, but not that good. I would not build the joinery there. Okay, team. I might get 4 clay next round, which actually lets me clay oven, which might be better than the stone oven. So I think I do take redstone food though. I think it's good for me. It's a bit, I don't know. It's not the greatest action because the read is no longer doing me anything. So like I'm taking an action. Wow, yeah. I think Gray is aiming for a stone room with stone cutter. He just needs to take 2 stone again. And that's what the read is for, which means he's gonna try to day labor again, which bleh, but whatever. Red has a roof baluster. Okay, so they are renovating. There's so much stone in the game. Okay. Day labor definitely has to happen at some point for me. I have the last 2 actions here, so I'm definitely day laboring. Although regular plow is still open. What, like, why is Gray should have been like, I don't think my opponents are playing all that strongly actually, but it's working out for them, so whatever. Wow, Gray is improvement? What is Gray doing improving here instead of plowing? Do these players not realize you need a farm to win this game? I mean, it appears they don't. It appears they don't. So anyhow, I could take single cow here, but I don't think I need to take single cow here. I think I get a pair of cows. Like, is there any way Gray takes 2 cows at the start of next round over family growth? And then is there any way that Red takes a pair of cows? I think the answer is no. I don't think there's any chance people take cows. I think there's no chance people take cows. So I might just take the boar here, to be honest. I might get greedy. I take the boar because I eventually need a boar action. Then I take a pair of cows to open next round. Then I try to take 4 clay, rend to like an oven. Although I might not get reno next round. So then I do need major. Maybe I just take major now. It's probably safest to just take the major improvement now. I can buy this grain off grocer. And I can just stone oven right now. It's the safest thing to just stone oven. And then bake all this grain. I still need so much food. Not any chance they take those cows. I mean, look, it's definitely, you're correct. It's a bit greedy hoping to get the cows here. There's a chance that it doesn't work. But I'm gonna gamble. Hello, Marushka. Good morning. I actually wound up in a game without a ban list, and things have been pretty wild, but I have a million actions, and I'm the only one with fences thus far, or like real fences. This guy's never going to farm enough. But anyhow, I do want the pair of cows pretty badly here. I think Gray is going to grow or take wood, but they could take the cows. Do I see Caravan? You do. I accidentally joined a game without the ban list. It was pretty sad. I first picked Caravan and then I second picked Carpenter's Parlor, so I didn't need Caravan anymore. But there is a Caravan. I also assume there's a Braggart in this game, which actually maybe this is Braggart. I don't think I've seen their first pick. So the joinery could be because of Braggart. That would be annoying. Red's game is pretty good if they have a Braggart. And they probably do have a Braggart, which is just preemptively annoying me, but if Red Braggarts, yeah, it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be very annoying if Red Braggarts. Also, I got past loom, carpenter's parlor, mantelpiece from red. Like, what minor improvement did red take over all of those? Moldboard plow? Maybe. I don't think that's correct. Like, if red just kept carpenter's parlor this game, how much better would red's game be? By the way, the answer, a lot. Like, but oh well. If I get the Parabora on the wheel, that's great. I do need one of these clay piles to be able to renovate, but nobody else should really want them. I don't know. We'll see. I have a lot to do, but the upshot is I still have a lot of actions. You gotta love teal fencing. The fence pressure is a little odd for red. Red might start player just for red fence or something. But at the very least, red can't take animals until next round. Gray is going to take animals. That makes sense. The board get taken there. So I hope to get one more next round, but that's fine. I'll take 4 clay here. 4 clay lets me reno. Ooh, clay from gray. Why? Why do people keep doing this to me? Okay, so new question. Do I have to take 3 clay here? I mean, if I don't take 3 clay, I might not get to reno. But I also could just take a pair of boar and be super happy here. So I think it's take the boar and be happy. Why let anybody else have animal pairs? We hold 1 boar in our house for the rest of the game. We hold a bunch of sheep. We hold some cows. Get a little more food here, which is good because we still need to buy our vegetable groceries. But yeah, I'm hoping to get 3 clay on the wheel here so I can reno. I need to reno this round so I can reno again. So yeah, clay, reno, reedstone food is pretty good sequence for me. That way I can reno next round again. Oh wait, I'm supposed to day labor at some point still too. It might be clay, reno, day laborer, and then I still need 1 more stone to be able to reno. Clay shame. I mean, the clay keeps happening in this game when I don't expect it. Like, why? What is Gray doing with clay? Is it just building a fireplace? Is it clay oven? It might be clay oven. Oh, yeah, never mind. It's clay oven. Gray is so hungry, too. Gray never set up their feeding this game. So that's, yeah, it's clay oven. Duh. Okay, that's what the clay was for. So, I mean, I hopefully get 3 clay here. Red could take 3 clay, but it doesn't make a lot of sense unless red really is just trying to block me, which maybe red should block me. I mean, probably they shouldn't, but this is going to be a kind of low-scoring game, it looks like. It looks like mid-40s might win, and it was early growth, but just nobody's been able to do incredibly good things. But I think I'm winning this game. I have quite a few points coming, but you're fine if I get 2 clay laters. Yeah, so the reason I'm not fine, the reason that I'm not fine with clay next round is I don't think red is renovating this round, and so there's only 3 reno actions left in the game. There's 1 this round and 2 next round, and there's 3 renovations that want to happen. So I needed to reno this round. If I don't reno this round, I'm not going to be able to reno to stone, and I think I want to reno to stone because I'm a little running out of actions. I don't super wow, plow sow is just open. I can take plow sow at the end of this round. Oof. I definitely have to reno. I'm so sad that I don't have a grain in hand right now though. Yeah, eating all the grain is definitely becoming a slight bummer here. What majors are left? Nothing. I can't afford anything. Oh, I could play clay pipe if I buy off grocer. I may as well play clay pipe, right? I don't think it's gonna do anything, but well, I guess it's gonna hurt my resource tiebreak. I'm gonna do it anyhow. Am I doing it anyhow? I don't know if I should actually play clay pipe here. There's like no way clay pipe actually helps me, and then I have a resource tie break. Yeah, never mind. I thought I was gonna play that, but I'm not. Okay, I can't just plow sow. Is there a good reason not to just plow sow, team? I mean, I get the sow out of the way. I plant the veggies. How could it be right to pass plow sow here? I mean, I need one more stone to be able to reno, but is clay pipe worth points? No, it's not. Clay pipe's not worth points. I think I have to just plow sow here. I can't. It has to just be correct to do this. I even get to clearing spade finally, right? I have a dumb clearing spade. Yeah, move crop, clearing spade. So those veggies are going to harvest right away, which could be future food. Yeah. Marushka, what you showing me? Setting up proper feeding engine. Feed miserably by ineffective offense. Marushka. Yes. Yeah, I love it. I do love it. Okay, we're at 35 points. I have a reno coming. Reedstone food gets me the grain. I think it's a win, but yeah, it's an underwhelming win to me. Like, I should get a plow action at some point this round, so that's 2 points. I get a grain action is 2 points. I reno, that's 9 points. So I get to 45. I breed 1 more point, 46. And then I find a bit of food. So I get to 46. Does 46 win? 46 probably wins, although I still think there's a braggart here, right? So red fence is huge for red. Red's going to be at like 40. And then if red has braggart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is 7-point braggart. Yeah, I think I might lose this game to braggart, which is going to be pretty frustrating because it means I'll have joined a freaking dumb game I shouldn't have, but I did it to myself, so whatever. But bleh is what I have to say. Gray's game is so bad. I don't know how Gray's rated a 371. Like, Gray has no fences, no fields, no farm. Like, yay, they have a big stone house with a big family, but their game sucks. But red's gonna open red fence. Yeah, so here comes all of red's points. Although, actually, so red isn't gaining as many points as I think, though, right? Because the joy here is red is going to lose 3 points of joinery. So they're really at 26, and then they're going to fence big. So they're going to be at, like, 38? Yeah, 38. Or 35. Yeah, they just lost the joinery points. Okay, they're only at 35 after that. Now, they want to take some animals. Okay, my round is a little tricky here because I do need some food, so it might be correct to just block animals, which also blocks red's points. I really want reedstone food because it's a grain and it's my stone reno, but nobody should want that. There's really like no rush on this reno line. I could plow sow again and just have a ton of vegetables for food. I could just plow sow again and have a ton of vegetables for food. I'm fed if I just plow sow. Okay, let's just do that. So I now have 3 vegetables is 9 food, and then butter churn still gives me 2 food here. So I have 11 food, so I'm fed. Whose rules were these? That's a good question. I think this might have been... It's one of these 2 players created the table. I don't remember who. It might be this one. But yeah, I saw some strong players at a table. I was like, oh, I'll join. It's draft 10, but I don't love that, but whatever. But I totally missed they didn't have the ban list on. Red thumb them. Yeah, I mean, I won't red thumb them. I have to remember to look for ban list, but it's just not really something I pay attention to because I just assume anybody that's good turns the ban list on. But some players don't. Yeah, don't trust anyone's format. I agree. I mean, some players just don't mind. Some players just don't mind if there's like braggart in the game, but I do. We need arena mode. We do need an arena mode. I look forward to arena mode. Arena mode will have ban list. It'll have standard stuff. But yeah, although the thing I don't love about arena mode is I'm gonna have so many more games with like complete randos. But that's just how it goes. Okay. I am gonna run out of points. I could take the sheep just because they're points for me, right? The sheep is a 1 point action. I can move them into this big pasture. And I am running out of points. And red just fed themselves. I mean, if I take sheep, other people should be taking animals for points, right? I don't know what these guys are doing, but I guess it doesn't matter. They're not competitive. It's just between red and I. I'm not even sure red's actually in this game anymore. I do still want Reedstone food, but again, who's taking Reedstone food? Nobody. So I think I do take the sheep. Just because, again, I am running very low on points, which is a downside. I'm running into some 1 point actions towards the end here. Whoops, that was the wrong way to do that. Clear the cows, max the sheep, max the cows. If I'm not using the reed or the food, then take the 4 stone for tie points. So I'm not using the reed, but I'm using the grain. I have Storehouse Keeper, and I still don't. I need a grain action. A grain is 2 points. So this is a 2 point action that also gives me my stone. That's why I care about it. Now, can I just take 4 stone and grain seeds or / play Scythe Worker? Yes. Yes, I can. I don't like this saves me an action, but admittedly, we have a very good question of why do I care about my actions? Because I don't know why I care about my actions. I basically can't make points. I might take the 2 clay just so I can play this stupid 3 clay fireplace on Reno. Because I don't have points. This almost has to be Braggart. I can't imagine why else you're rocking yet is Braggart. So very annoying that Braggart's in the game, but that brought him to 43. So I will win, but still not happy about that. Not happy that I joined a game with Braggart in it. Disgusted? Yeah, it is disgusting. Also, for the record, the only thing I can say is, like, my God, if I got Red's draft position, I would have got Braggart and Carpenter's Parlor in a game with early growth. Like, oh my God, how is Red scoring like 45? That's my new I mean, Red opened the game with Geologist, so that's partly. I guess Geologist is fun because lots of clay. You hope to build lots of clay improvements, but like, oh team, let me talk to you about this. Like, what? Oh, they still have an improvement to play. That's a concern. That's a 2-point improvement, a 3-point improvement, 46. They don't breed a point. Do I still win? I can get to 47 here, and then 48 if I build the fireplace, which I can build a fireplace. It's very close. I still win this game, but yikes, it's closer than I want. Yeah, this was. Oh no, he really has Braggart. Anyway, yeah, I mean you're correct. The rest of his game is still just so far behind. It just doesn't matter. Like, congrats, he maxed out Braggart, but he failed to get any animals. He failed to get full fencing. He doesn't have incredible crops. I mean, he has a good game. I shouldn't like totally knock it, right? Like, he has a totally solid game, but we have an early growth game, and the high score is going to be like 48. Like, yikes, did we not do well? Gray remarkably gets fences at the end just because nobody takes the late wood. So, I mean, Gray pulls out something, but a 35 is embarrassing in my book. Anyhow, we reno, we play this fireplace, we're at 47, and we breed a point to 48. Our opponent does not make any points, so we win a close one. I don't feel great about how I played this game either. Like, this assistant tiller wound up being just 2 fields. The storehouse keeper was a dubious amount of food. But this clearing spade was, I guess, fun too, but yeah, I don't know. I don't totally know how I feel. Storehouse was good enough. I think Storehouse was good enough too. I needed a thing to get food, and I didn't have good food set up. The real question I have more so is like, I kept just taking Reedstone Foods early over playing Storehouse Keeper earlier in the game. I wonder if there was a time to fit it in, but maybe not. The other thing I'm still wondering about is, was there a way to just double build and double grow? Was Caravan worth it to push everybody else back? I don't have the answers to these questions necessarily. It just, in an early growth game where I have a carpenter's parlor and I get to grow without, well, so actually the big mistake was start playering for that build action probably. Although maybe it was still right because Teal could still build. Whatever, I won, so I can't be too sad. But it did get me the grade at the end. Like, look, Storehouse Keeper was probably fine. I'm just saying, like, this game was not like super efficient. Like, I just got a 48, which is fine. Like, it's winning, right? Like, this table admittedly has like just terrible scores except for Red. And Red only doesn't have a terrible score because he has a Braggart. Now, he played into Braggart, but it just feels like a game I should, like, maybe I'm too used to playing really weak players that leave way too many good actions, right? Maybe that's the problem, but, like, I just have a sense that I should have scored, like, mid-50s. Like, I don't understand what went wrong here. I mean, part of what went wrong is I have no grain points. Like, I have 1 grain, but I probably should have some grain fields. That never worked out. I would like to a little more fencing. I do only have 2 pastures, and that limited how many boar I have too, somewhat. I don't have any stables. I don't have that many majors. I don't know. I mean, I also just got to grow and do a lot of actions. Oh, I had this on the whole time. Whoops. I don't know why I had the sound effects on the whole time. Although maybe you guys can't hear them. Only I could. Yeah, that's weird. Oh well. You didn't see the start. If I SP'd twice, it was probably rough. Let's see. So the reason that I start player twice was I start player to play the axe, right? The problem is I have Carpenter's Parlor. Carpenter's Parlor kind of forces you to start player. I could have played it on Major Minor, but what's the point? You know, I need to play Carpenter's Parlor. So I start player with Carpenter's Parlor just so that I can build cheap rooms. And then I had to start player for my second growth. My first growth I just hit because I built a room and grew in round 5. But I start player to get back in the queue. Yeah, you guys couldn't hear the noises. Was someone start player a lot? No, nobody was start player a lot. Like I just wound up start player a couple times just because that's how this game went. I start player to get into my second growth, which is fine. I mean, ultimately, whatever. Like I have a win, and I'm trying to like dissect why I didn't win by more. So whatever. It's just like if there was a better player in this player's seat, I suspect I lose. Wow, these guys, these guys tied, perfectly tied. This is a really bad game from Gray. I wonder how they have a better like. Everybody has bad games sometimes. I'm not gonna knock that, but like Gray's game was just so weird to me in terms of what they were trying to do. Like I don't understand how Gray got so waylaid that they have no fields even. Plowing was super open. Like I don't understand how Gray got so distracted by like trying to groom and stuff that they failed to do other things. But why did Teal play 2 rooms? No big country. I mean, so Teal wanted. I mean, small scale farmer for like 4 wood is fine, but uh, I will draft Braggy 8 out of 7 against me. Yeah. If better player would have Braggered against me, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly, right? Like, if a better player has Braggart in draft 10, right? Like, that's the other thing. Draft 10 makes Braggart better because you have so many more choices for your minor improvements. So, like, you don't wind up with, like, a 7th pick, like, stupidly expensive Dutch windmill or something, right? Like, you get a bunch of playable, cheap, hopefully good minors. Um, and yeah, like draft 10 Braggart is just so dumb. And yes, if a better player had that, they'd easily have won, but whatever. Um, yeah, anyhow, I mean, I wound up with a respectable game. I mean, again, first picking Priest and Caravan and then totally abandoning that game plan because I get past Carpenter's Parlor is also like, it's totally fine, but it's a little sad. Like, I would have had such a sweet. I would have had such a sweet, like, plow driver type game plan here, too, if I had wound up going into that. But then I second pick assistant tiller too, right? Like that's part of what happened. Um, so, oh well. Anyhow, thanks all for hanging out, chatting. It was good times. Yeah, there was no big country in that draft. No big country, no childless. So a couple of the top stuff didn't show up, which I mean still happens. It even in draft 10 we don't see every card, but you see almost every card. So it's a bit much, but um, yeah. Anyhow, that was a good time. I don't really think I have time for another game, although I kind of want to. I kind of wanted to get a Terra Mystica in this morning, but could maybe fit in another Agricola though. I told myself I was going to stop grinding against like questionable players though. Do I just go style on bad players and then get mad at them for doing bad things? All right, they're not that bad. Oh, too late. Damn it. Okay, that filled. I maybe should have hit that join button. We need to learn from bad plays. I mean, we do learn, but anyhow, I wound up not joining that in time. Ban list. This is one of these classic additional spaces games that I don't play. That was kind of unlucky. That filled so fast. Additional spaces, yeah, I don't prefer it. I'm just peeking at Deep Finesse's game here. Wow, yikes, the tables are filling very fast today. Oh, this table's back open. Everybody left. Agricola is so popular. Yeah. This is why I tell you to make my tails. They fill up so fast. This is weird. Apparently, this is the time of day to make your own table, huh? Like, I mean, this is essentially what I have my. Ooh. Okay, I'm not thrilled about having a 160 at this table because this game is going to be determined a lot by. Oh, this is questionable. This game's going to be determined a lot by who the bad player throws it to, but I'll do it. But I'm gonna regret that choice. I'm gonna regret that choice. We're draft 9, and I can sort by table. What? You could do stuff. Anyhow, well, shit. The bad player is after me and in front of the other actually good player. So, unlucky team, unlucky. Not getting the breaks there. Um, this opening pack is pretty bad. I'm probably gonna take Conjure. I think Conjure is pretty good. Everything else is pretty iffy. Clay Hut Builder could be okay. Master Bricklayer occasionally is okay, but I am going to continue to game 2. I'm playing game 2 right now, and boy, do I regret it already. I already regret it. My opening hand is trash, and the good player is sitting after the bad player, so There's a chance the 295 player isn't great. Oh, I mean, I totally agree with that, right? This player, I think, I peeked at them, right? Oh, no, this player's actually played quite a lot. Their rating's probably mildly reasonable. They've scored 45, 42, 42, 48, 52, 52. They did have a bad game here, 36, but they're pretty good. Our conjurer gets rewarded with a seasonal worker, which is really unfortunate because I like seasonal worker, especially if I can spike a loam pit. But you like clay hut builder into roughcaster? Yeah, that's okay. That wouldn't have been terrible. This might just be carpenter. Carpenter's okay. Oh, we're also fourth seed here. Oh my god, what misery! Everything sucks. I like Stonecutter a decent bit. Roof Baluster can be strong. Carpenter is good. Seasonal Worker can be good with combos. Tutor is only okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. I already have kind of an early game Ock. I like to play Conjure early. Carpenter's also kind of early. Stonecutter can be a little more mid game, but Roof Baluster maybe is just the most flexible card here. It can be played late. It can be played never, potentially, as an answer, too, but we'll go with that. Okay, now I'm a little sad I didn't take the Carpenter. Definitely a bit sad I didn't take the Carpenter now. I'd probably just take House Steward as it's the best card, and we hope that we get some stupid Carpenter's Parlor, or I just don't play House Steward. Or I play House Steward for just 4 wood, but team, this is or I get Clay Hut Builder back. Clay Hut Builder would help with a bunch of late clay rooms. I do love me a Storehouse Keeper, but I already have Conjurer. The Cottager does exist, so I should have taken the stupid Seasonal Worker. Nothing is going according to plan yet, team. Is this game 2? It is game 2, and Fofo, we should not have joined it. We're going to be mad about it. The bad player is presumably handing the other good player everything. I'm already ready for M to start player way too much. I'm ready to just lose. I think I might just take Storehouse Keeper. It's my favorite. If nothing else, I can at least enjoy the game. I could take the Cottager and hope the Seasonal Worker comes all the way back, but I don't have high hopes of that. I should just play Conjure instead of Storehouse Keeper, though. It's just safer here. Maybe I do just take the dumb Cottager. If I hit Clay Hut Builder and Mantelpiece or something, that's still pretty good. Shouldn't be allowed to use Start Player if you're not above 250 ELO. That'd be fun. I'll take the stupid Cottager. I really don't know here. I do get Clay Hut Builder back, so that's good at least. That makes everything a little better here. I can try to Reno to Clay early, like pretty early, and then play Clay Hut Builder early. Potentially, it's an option. It's not like mandatory, but that could work. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, Deranged, right? Like, at a good table, people should take Reedstone food a lot, especially early. So, it's Storehouse Keeper like, the reason Lumen doesn't have it rated very highly is exactly that. Like, you could easily wind up not getting to take Reedstone food. So, and so you're right. I might not even enjoy the game. At this point, I'm hoping to like find a Mantelpiece. Mantelpiece would be sweet. If I could still get like the real dream at this point is to get the Seasonal Worker back out of the next pack. That's probably hoping to be way too lucky. But if we get Seasonal Worker, Loam Pit, Mantelpiece, then we have a great game in store. There's a great game in here. But are we going to get that lucky? Probably not. Indeed, the Seasonal Worker is gone, as it should be. I probably do just take Stonecutter here. I mean, Pig Breeder or Organic are also potentially okay. I guess Stonecutter's a little... I'll take Stonecutter. I mean, Roof Baluster might not work if I do get Mantelpiece, by the way. Because if I get Mantelpiece, I don't really need Roof Baluster. But I'll take Stonecutter. I kind of have control over the stone stuff. I've mentioned that I like Stonecutter a good bit because you can often find a lumber mill in the rest of the draft. Firewood collector is underwhelming here. I probably just take consultant as a way to get 2 sheep at some point if I need to. Um, if I find a loam pit, cottager is probably okay on its own, but somebody has seasonal worker, so I kind of think cottager is just dead unless I really do want the fast reno. Wow, I do hit the loam pit. Oh, and I hit carpenter's parlor. Well, this has just got to be carpenter's parlor. The tough part for me is going to be getting the reed. The chance that I get reedstone food here is incredibly unlikely. But this has got to just be carpenter's parlor. With house steward in hand, I can at least just have a big house, and a big house is a great way to potentially win a game against weak players because they don't. Depending on why they're weak, they might not value growing correct. Like they might not really grow properly. Moldboard plow is pretty good. I don't have any plow help, and I did not see plow driver or assistant tiller. So moldboard plow here is actually quite strong, I think. I will have the classic I need wood issue, and I did not see a woodcutter, although people overdraft woodcutter, obviously, so that doesn't mean anything yet. But here, I maybe want bread paddle because I kind of want to do conjure things, but I don't really have time for it. This could be bottles. There hypothetically is a lot of extra clay in the game. The problem is I want to go to a big family, and I already am probably going to have issues feeding it, but I've seen... I still vacillate on how good or not bottles is. I mean, Beanfield is just generically quite good. You want me to take bottles? See, I don't like bottles much the more I think about it. Like I have to take a clay action and a food action, and then I have to take an action to play bottles. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, the way I win this game is to have like a big family fast. Although I could easily get reed blocked. By the way, I've not seen a lot of reed injection. There was that canoe that I might wheel, but I don't really want to canoe because I want to conjure. But I'm just gonna take Beanfield. It's generically good. Um, I like mini pasture just generically. I like butter churn, herring pots. Herring pot is kind of funny if I get canoe back. Although, when am I gonna actually play those cards, right? I'm probably never playing them on time. I don't really need shifting cultivation. I probably do just take mini pasture. I have a slight wood issue in this hand as well. If I'm building a bunch of rooms early, and if the table takes wood and there's no wood injection type stuff, being in control of mini pasture is probably pretty good. Plus, it gives me a chance to breed animals, and I might also just be going for an animal game plan again. I thought this hand had canoe in it last time, but I don't see it. So threshing board is actually reasonably good with conjure. If I get a decent bit of grain early and then I do clay oven, I can get some extra bake actions, and it's just otherwise a point. I don't really like the rest of these cards. I'm not a big fan of large greenhouse. I think you have to play it too early, and 2 wood is kind of an onerous cost for vegetables. Clay pipe can be okay on a big family. It's clay pipe is really good though with like loam pit, right? I like clay. I like clay pipe a lot if I had kept the loam pit combo, but somebody did take loam pit, which I am worried that there's a seasonal worker tiller loam pit combo out there. That's going to be pretty annoying. But I think I just take threshing board. Enjoy my Grick. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy it, but I will attempt to. There is a clay embankment for silly clay shenanigans, but I think I take sack cart here. It's a lot of wood cost on my miners. This is where I wish there had been a lumber mill in the draft. But if I potentially do want to play sack cart this game for a bunch of extra grain for food. We'll see. No guarantees, but yeah. And then here I probably just take bread paddle. Bread paddle. I forgot bread paddle was in the draft, but bread paddle is actually like possibly a better threshing board type thing too. Bread paddle is actually pretty helpful here too. There's a chance that I might Ock House Steward in 4th seat if I get expensive Ock, and then I could start player bread paddle into like Reedstone Food or something. But we'll see how things go. Generally, I don't expect to get occupation here. My experience on Board Game Arena thus far is that players take too much. They overvalue occupation early, so I probably do wind up with 3 wood. So then bread paddle's actually a great answer here too. I probably do get 3 wood, and then I can just start player bread paddle into reedstone food. So that'll be good. Indeed, red is opening occupation. Geologist. Wow, we keep saying geologist. Everybody, geologist is terrible. It's a terrible occupation. You don't want to play it. Woodcutter. So this is stunning to me. These highly rated Japanese players still love to open woodcutter, and it's just wrong. But God, if I had been blessed with reedstone food this game in the third seat, oh my God, team, we'd be so much better off. But we weren't. We're fourth seat. We're forced to do what we can. Single read gets taken. That's a big bummer. It means it's hard for me to get the multiple read actions like I want. I need a lot of read for Carpenter's Parlor to really shine, and it could be difficult to get if the geologist is going to do this. But it's just a bad action, so I can't be too mad if my opponents just take bad actions. 2 wood plus woodcutter, pretty obvious stuff. Start player. Okay, we don't even get to start player. There's a rammed clay in the game, which is going to be pretty fantastic. We really hope that we get reedstone food at the start of next round, but I may as well take 2 clay here. 2 clay lets me just build a fireplace early. I don't have good long-term feeding as an option, so we have to just go for the value here. Our game's a little slower than we want it to be. Oh, sheep does flip, so the first fireplace could be pretty nice. And we have the mini pasture in hand. So another... they do open reedstone food, though. Son of a bitch. Team, that sucks. The other option is I just play Conjure here and start setting up the Conjure nonsense. I actually don't hate that. Maybe... although, now that I have a fireplace option, maybe I just play Stonecutter. Stonecutter still lets me play the Carpenter's Parlor easily. This is tough. Just building the fireplace is a totally good action. Setting up Conjurer and Fireplace early is a lot. The Geologist is also going to be threatening Fireplace probably because they're probably going to take 3 wood. So I think I am just going to build the Fireplace. And if I'm going to build the fireplace, then I think it's more important to play House Steward and Stonecutter early, and Conjure can come out late or never. So I think we start with Stonecutter. But you like Stonecutter? I think I do too. I think Stonecutter's the right play here. But this is a tough. This is not the dream, but. They do have 2 clay, so I just do what I said I was gonna do. Get the first fireplace. Why the Stonecutter as opposed to 3 wood? Because I think I just want to play Stonecutter this game eventually. And I don't really need early wood. I can play House Steward for more wood. And with Carpenter's Parlor, I just don't need that much wood. I need reed. Which single reed gets taken again. Oh, red is killing me. Okay, we get Reedstone food at least. I need Reed, so it has to be this. Anyhow, yeah, yeah. This Reedstone food is fine. I can start player Carpenter's Parlor into Reedstone food or to Reed. Uh, the sheep are piling up. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but the reed pressure looks like it could. This is Mushroom Collector Woodcutter. That's fun. But oh, and purple already has room parts. Yeah. Ugh. Red is doing the weaker wheelbarrow pusher game. Exactly. That is what's happening. Yep. Red is doing the weaker wheelbarrow pusher game. I've seen people do this with geologists, though. I mean, whatever. Like, maybe it's gonna work out for them. But hello, Chris Ho, and welcome. Yeah, I don't think I put out stream. I might not have put stream announcements. I'm not sure. Anyhow, I regret joining this. Oh no! Don't build the fireplace. Don't. Oh. Why does Red hate us, team? Why? Why? No! Why start player? Ugh! Ugh! He's probably start playing for 2 Reed, but everything sucks. Everything sucks. This is much sad. It's so sad. 4th seat sucks. Everything sucks. Okay, team. Can we get so greedy that we play Conjure into 4 food traveling and just like say screw it to everything we want to be doing? Do I just take a 2 sheep action? Like, it's so weak to 2 sheep though. I don't want a 2 sheep. I don't want a 2 sheep. I'm not gonna freaking 2 sheep. Is somebody gonna take my 4 food here if I do this? I'm gonna play Conjure. I don't think anybody's gonna take Traveling Players. I'm gonna have to first action it next round, which maybe is gonna kill me, but I'm gonna freaking do this. And I could come to hate myself, but with Mushroom Collector Woodcutter, why are you taking 3 food over just taking a wood pile? With building the fireplace, why are you not taking the sheep over 3 food? And then Agricola Sushi at the start of next round. Maybe they stop me, but they're going to have other good actions. So you thought I was saying Cottager. Oh, yeah, no, Conjurer. Yeah, sorry. Cottager's dumb here. I'm not playing Cottager. But Conjurer, I think is fine. It's risky, but I think it's fine. I think this player is going to take 2 Reed, and then I'm supposed to take Reedstone food if it comes to me, but I'm going to have to do this. Yeah, it is 2 Reed. Yeah, the Reed pressure this game killed me, but Red did take the sheep, which is fine. Yeah, you were surprised. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Cottager is not worth it. Builds the first room. That makes sense. So I do get away with the Conjurer stuff at least. Maybe in a dream world I wheel Reedstone food because nobody really wants it, but I don't believe that. But I might be able to just start player Carpenter's Parlor into Reedstone food next round. And that's at least tolerable too. I mean, it's much slower than I want to be, but this action is great. No, don't start player. Oh, no, oh my God. Oh my God, no. Oh, oh my God, you're gonna play canoe and you played a freaking fireplace and took the sheep? No. Why did I sign up for this game, everybody? I knew this was a risk, and yet, oh my God, are we getting punished? Oh my God. I at least get Reedstone food. Okay, I at least get Reedstone food. That's what I really wanted, but oh my God. I mean, Red got their fishing. Oh my God, Red's not taking fishing. Red realized they need wood. I don't know what this game is. You were in the same type of game with one other super strong player to mid tier. Yeah, you told me about that, Chris Ho. Like, it's so wild, right? Like, what some players do and what happens. Like, it's just nutty, but They open fishing here. That makes sense. That's fine. I would love to take 4 wood. I would probably just take 5 clay. 5 clay is enough of a value here. Just tinning Reedstone food again is totally fine. Um, Teal is always building a room at some point. Yeah, he's just going to take more wood. That's the best action here. I probably take Reedstone food over 5 clay. Reedstone food also lets me just start spamming more majors. Like I could get the well and other stuff off. Okay, I can't take Reedstone food. So the question is, do I want the well here, by the way? I could just build the well, which is also pretty tempting. This is why I create my table and put an elo filter on it. I should have just done that. I agree. I should have. I really am, I think, kind of hoping it for second at this point. Like, Carpenter's Parlor is already somewhat dubious utility at a table where growth doesn't flip early anyhow. I think I build the well here. The well is, like, just that good. And I played Stonecutter. Saving on the best improvement is probably good. Yeah, I'm just going to build the well. I can play House Steward on the wheel still, which is also, like, totally fine here. But let's just snag a well. Well is good early food. It's Stonecutter. Discounting the well is the best option. Let's go with that. Anyhow, yeah, that game just sounds insane, right? Like, that's way too many star players. In Red's defense, they have not start playered an absurd number of times. They do have a Carpenter. Like, their game's okay. I don't know. It's not that okay, but if 5 clay comes, I probably take 5 clay, although this is my last chance to play House Steward for 4 wood. So, okay, they're going to start player to protect growth. That's fine. I'm going to be pretty late in the growth queue. I can maybe get 2 readed to double build. I think I guaranteed can open next round with just 6 clay, and I think I'm in that stage of the game where I have to just take value. Like, I have to, I think, just take the efficient actions and grow late. So I'm going to play House Steward here. I might come to regret that because, you know, Red might build too many rooms, but I think it's just good value. I did have to pay 2 food for that House Steward, by the way, so a little questionable. Oh, and it's late family growth. So late growth is super unfortunate here because it means that my Carpenter's Parlor has limited value, and I imagine Red is going to go all in on rooms. Red's going to win House Steward. I played House Steward for 4 wood and to watch Red build 5 rooms. That's what's going to happen. Like, I don't think there's any doubt, and that's whatever. That's life. He really needs to re-up start player here, though, which is the crazy thing. And well, wait, I could just build a room and get the next growth. Okay, team, this is messy. Building here gets me the next family growth because I just start player and I grow second. If I don't build here, I could grow very late. It could be really troublesome. It depends a bit on who would try to grow in front of me. God, there's so much value on the board, though. I kind of hate building here, but can I build more than 1 room in a single action? Yeah. In general, you can if you have the resources. I mean, I can't because I don't have the resources. I think I'm just going to take the value on the board. This could be wrong, but as everybody else fights for growth, like, there's going to be such juicy actions left behind. So you think you'd take clay? I think so too. I'm not sure either, though, right? Like, it's very hard to say what I should be doing here. To be fair, build could just come back to me because Red chose not to build. So now I might just build because the wood actions got taken. I was partly hoping that there was going to be 6 wood left for me at the start of next round. Red renovates. Okay, I could also just take 6 clay again. I thought for sure Red was going to take 6 clay with rammed clay. This reno seems totally wrong to me, but Red might have some stone house support. Now I think I do just build. What's the plan with clay? Renovate. I might play Clay Hut Builder later yet and just skip. I might skip Axe at this point. Skipping Axe I know sounds insane because it kind of is, but gotta go. Breakfast with wife. Have fun, Chris. Thanks for dropping in. We'll see how this goes. You'll watch the VOD later? Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. Oh, hey, there's a pile of sheep still, too. It's good food. I think do I build here? I think I just build here. I think I just build one room this game. It moves my growth up so much, and it slows everybody else down. I'm just going to do it. I think it's correct. I think it's correct to just slide into the growth queue here. I'm going to play Moldboard Plow on start player, I think, is the best thing. The sheep get taken, slight bummer, but it was pretty expected. I'm hoping to get traveling players next round. I probably should. Everybody else is more or less fed. I think the game plan at this point is to grow and then try to take Reed, Reno, get a Clay Hut Builder down, and maybe I build late clay rooms this game and I skip Carpenter's Parlor. I mean, again, it is shocking because it's crazy, but I think this is correct. And Red hopefully builds this round and makes my otherwise strongest opponent grow last. I think that has to be promising. That is unfortunate. They're playing Shifting Cultivation on growth, which suggests to me they're going to take traveling players because they're hungry. I'm not sure how else they plan to feed now, so that's going to be a bit of a bummer because I really wanted to take traveling second action here. But not everything can go well. In fact, like nothing has gone really particularly well this game, so oh well. Moldboard Plow is good efficiency. My wood situation long term's in trouble. I do have to take wood, but there's quite a bit of wood in the game currently. So Red's gonna double build. Teal might stable block here. No, Teal's just gonna plow. So it kind of looks like Teal probably has big country, which is also unfortunate. It looks like Teal's gonna plow a bit more than fence early and play big country. So even if they grow last, I don't think they're going to care that much. I'm expecting Blue's best act. Well, Blue's best action might be Reedstone Food. I think Purple wants to renovate, right? So Purple hopefully takes Reedstone Food here, then I can take Traveling. Also, Purple has a 7 wood action, but that they can't take now because they played Shifting Cultivation. Like, this is an incredible value. Wow, they're just taking... Oh, because Plow got taken. They also have Farm Seeds. Okay, that's fine. I think I still just take Conjure here, but my god, 7 clay, like, it's such a distraction, but... anyhow, that's way too strong of an action for me not to take. 3 food, grain, wood. My opponent just took a 3 food, grain action. They didn't get a wood. I got a wood. It also puts the food pressure on the table a little. Red is not building yet. God damn it, Red. Red is setting up to triple build instead of understanding tempo. 8 clay is clay room. Oh, I would take more clay, but I have to grow. But I can't believe that clay's not getting taken. Yeah, Teal. This is so frustrating. Teal has hand plow coming at the start of next round, and they're going to start player because Red has to build rooms. So Teal's going to start player big country into grow in round 9, and Red is just whatever. Red was a bad player, and I knew it was going to be like this, but it's so frustrating watching bad players flail around sometimes. Anyhow, I grow here. I have enough food at the moment that I think playing mini pasture is totally fine. I maybe can get some breeding sheep at some point because Red has other concerns, hopefully. And I already said I don't have enough wood. So I think this is a good mini pasture point. Will Red start player into build? Oh, that's possible. Red could start player into build. That would be very reasonable of them. Will they be smart enough to do that? I am very dubious, but we'll see. This 8 clay, yeah, they take 3 stone. God damn it, red. Oh well, whatever. I mean, this is the problem with bad players. You have no idea how they're going to throw the game or to who, and this is just such a shit show, though. 8 clay is an absurd action for this player, but 5 wood's a crazy action for me, so whatever. But this is, yeah, hello Kimball. Welcome to a game I should not be playing. Red is gonna triple build at least. Congrats to them. I mean, they're growing last, but they do get triple build. Come play with good players. I should play with good players more often, but I've been grinding rating points over here, which is dumb because I should just come play with good players. Because yeah, these games are stupidly frustrating sometimes. Like, but oh well. Anyhow, I mean, things are still reasonably good over here. I have decent resources. One thing that'd be pretty sweet to do next round would take Reedstone food and renovate into the pottery. There's a lot of clay, especially if I choose to play a late clay hut builder. So grinding negative elo. Oh, I mean I am going to take negative elo this game almost certainly, right? Like, this is not going well. Purple almost certainly has some stone house support. Oh, I do get the sheep at the start of next round. That's actually for sure what I take. Sorry, what am I talking about? 3 sheep is or 2 pigs. Either of those are at least great choices. My mini pasture is going to instantly pay off, so that's welcome. Also, oh my god, though, there's also crazy resources. Just 6 wood, 6 clay, 5 wood. But I think I have to go for an animal pair first action, which is unfortunate. Also, I might not get it. They just built a cooking hearth, so I mean, I might not even get my. Oh no, they're gonna lasso right away. Shit, I might not get any animals here. Oh, team, why does everything just keep going to hell? Oh my god, team, why? How is this possible? Well, I mean, I get 6 wood. It can't be that bad. I can find a way to feed myself, but oh my god. I can just clay oven. What am I talking about? Yeah, I can clay oven at least. So, like, but this is such a bad game. Such a bad game. He killed that pig just to dab on me. I mean, whatever. He also got an insert amount of clay here so he can fence soon. Like, this game is just, this is a rough one. But we'll do what we can. I mean, there's a lot of major improvements left. I can hopefully do some imp spam. I've decided against Clay Hut Builder, by the way. There looks to be enough read in this game, and neither of these players are building more rooms, so I can build more rooms in front of red still. So I think at this point, like, I might just I can just, like, maybe get Reedstone food, read next round, and then play. I still can play Carpenter's Parlor this game with all my resources. They first picked a lumber mill? They first picked lumber mill team. Oh my god, everything's terrible. I'm complaining about 6 wood. My spirits are crushed. Yeah, I mean, whatever. But the elo hit shouldn't be bad at all if I get second as teal. Yeah, I agree. If I get second, but second is not that easy. Turbo and Kimball invited ready for. Yeah, Marushka, that is what's happening. Sorry, what am I doing here? I did clay oven. I could plow twice. It could just be the correct time to plow twice. But I kind of want to Reedstone food into 3 reed for my start player into builds shenanigans. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. The only thing I will say, Teal's big country here is a little unfortunate. He just has 1 huge pasture and only 3 fields. So, I mean, he has a big country, but he doesn't have any major improvements. He does have a grocer, which is very strong. But Um, Teal has some issues still long term. Scholar into tutor. Oh, that is pretty gross though. I mean, purple has a good game going too, um, but whatever. We'll see how this goes. Um, Red is opening wood. That's what we wanted to see. If I take 3 reed start player into build rooms, I get to grow at the start of round 11 in front of red. So that's welcome. Um, and with House Steward in the game, I think red should not build any more rooms. Now, could they? Yeah. But is purple or teal scarier? Um, Probably teal. Probably teal still. Big Country is really big, but Tutor here could be pretty sweet. It depends. It depends a bit on what other stone house support purple found. If purple has like a plow driver coming in next round or even a groom, it's pretty good. Bottles from red. Red's super hungry now. I am also kind of hungry. Teal has to fence again. That definitely costs them some efficiency, but it makes sense because they're going to get like a pair of cows. I'm not stopping them. They do have plow driver. Well, red is or purple's probably scariest to me. That's pretty scary. But anyhow, let's go for some more rooms. Like I don't. It's late. These rooms are coming late. The growths are coming late, but I get some house steward points. I think it's worth it, but imagine purple wins and we take third. Oh, we're going to lose. We're going to lose Elo. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. But hey, whatever. I mean, this game, it was bound for me to have a bad game at some point. This game's gone about as poorly as it could at every which way. Fourth seat, just nothing really breaking my way. Late family growth is not good for Carpenter's Parlor at all, or Conjure even. Conjure, you prefer to have more actions. Uh, hey, we get a milk jug, adding more food to the game. I like that. And Teal not getting a pair of cows at least is kind of nice, but I'm like never gonna get pairs of animals. But oh well. Build some rooms. Now here comes the follow-up question. Um, do I actually first action family growth here? Red, I don't think red can possibly afford to grow. Like they will starve if they try to. So I want to open 2 pigs here and then dare red to grow, which is a pretty big gamble. But it also slows teal down. And it really helps me having a breeding pair. It's a big gamble, though, to trust that red understands that they can't grow here. Like, a huge gamble. Because the thing is, if red grows here, I'm just gonna, my next action is take this action. Like, I would take pigs, and then I would take this, and I would watch red just die. Red will grow and get lucky, or take beggars and just annoy you. You're too scared. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk that red red will understand that he can't grow. Now red's going to take my traveling players then probably. Although I'm hoping red takes the sheep. But I'm gonna open like this. This may be too greedy. It may be wrong. I mean, red very well could just grow, but no, they do. They understand they need food. Works out. Works out. I will play Threshing Board here. Threshing Board gives me the ability to I'd love to take Traveling, by the way, but red can grow now, so I have to grow. Teal start playing out the Loam Pits. So they just took the Loam Pit to make sure nobody got combos. There's a Scythe Worker in the game. That's fun. Genius Streamer. I mean, slightly lucky, but I mean, I mean that was a fairly easy read the situation. If red tries to grow there, red just like dies. Like so. Um, bread paddle is also okay-ish here. This roof baluster should be huge for me this game. Like I should have a big stone house. Like I am still competitive this game, I think. But maybe threshing board is just better. Like I can plow off that. I'm hoping to get traveling players still this round, which is real greedy, but really weak player could have begged in my face. He's not that weak after all. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like it was very. He easily could have just begged in my face. It looks like I might get 4 food here. I'm not sure that Teal needs it. Oh yeah, Teal's just gonna day labor for it instead. Interesting. Teal's adding clay into the game, so my stone cutter I think is still pretty good here. Like there's tons of major improvements that have not been taken. Um, so I can still try to stone cut my way to a pottery and stuff. The moldboard plow is going to be huge. I have like a lot to try to achieve. I want to double reno. I want to get some plow actions. I want to get a fence action. So, I mean, and I would have to get clay actions in order to reno. Like it's a lot to get done. So I don't know if I actually have enough actions to get it all done. But I have some hope this game, which is not something I totally expected to have. We can grow again next round, correct? I can grow first action, yeah. And this plow space should be pretty. I should get plow pretty easily because the plow driver's not taking it and Teal's not taking it. So that's pretty welcome too. Who's winning? It's a great question. Things have just broken pretty well for me for once. Let's talk about things in a sec. I think I have to take that action. It's too good. My feeding is also going to slow me down a little potentially, but okay. Anyhow, talking about who's winning. I have a big house and house steward. If I can get to a stone house and achieve everything else, I think I can win this game. I mean, I have a well too, which is pretty nice. The problem is the stone house is quite a few actions, and I need to plow. Well, I need to get. I really only need 2 plow actions, right? With moldboard plow, I plow twice, get 4 fields. I need to take wood once more and fence. So wood and fence, plow, plow. I need to grow. I need to take clay, reed, stone, reno, reno is 10 actions. I have 13 actions. And I mean, that sounds doable. I'm not going to have a lot for crops then. I'm not going to have a lot of animals. I'm going to have a big stone house, fields, pastures. But that might be enough to win. Like, I'm potentially winning. Teal is in a very good spot if Grow flips. If Grow flips here for Teal, that's a big difference compared to Plow Sow. Teal really needs Grow. Boom, Plow Sow comes. That's good for us. Keeps the actions low on everybody else. Did Teal BC? I don't know what that I don't know what that abbreviation is. Red is probably taking 6 clay in defense. Big country. Yeah. Yeah. Teal big country. Yeah, for sure. Teal has a big country. He has 6-point big country, but he has like nothing else. I don't actually know if I'm that worried about Teal's game. I mean, he doesn't have crazy stables coming. He is gonna reno, but he doesn't hit grow here. Purple is probably the big threat. Purple still has plow driver. He has a big tutor, and he's gonna fence still. So Teal is just gonna keep the wood pressure on. That's fine. I don't really care. I do want 3 wood this round, but like wood is not even that pressured actually, because like purple probably just wants 6 clay here. Oh, purple also took a lot of stone. Purple's gonna stone oven at some point, which is fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna grow. I think getting the grow action here is still really good for me. So I'm gonna family grow. And I probably just grow bean field at this point. Just paying a food to a point is okay for me. Plow sow from purple. Yeah, that's fine actually. I don't care. I don't want plow sow. I do need plow. So if red, I think my action has to be this and then hope to plow. I really need to moldboard plow. And red very conceivably plows first action because I don't know what else they have to do. So, I mean, maybe on that. Nah, I just gotta grow. I gotta try to get the extra actions. Um, there's too many good things that could happen for me still with extra actions. I also want a 2 read action. I want a clay action in order to set up Reno. Like, again, I want a lot of things. So we'll see if how many of them we can get. But I do want to play Beanfield. Probably purple is scarier. He has rammed claves, so he has his fences ready. We have a clear action advantage here, though. Yeah, I have a huge action advantage. All my opponents are at 3 people, and I'm at 5. And not all of them are going to get to grow a ton. So, like, that's... There again, there's some really good things happening for me. And red takes the clay, so that's a bit of a bummer. Because I need a clay action in order to Reno, and purple needs a clay action defense. But I get plow back, which is great. I can plow, and because I played threshing board, I can bake one of my grain. I have to bake the grain. My food is a little rough, so I'm going to do that. I probably take the 2 reed just to set up for Reno. If I have to, I could just take 2 clay to Reno. Teal start players again. That makes sense. Teal's gonna go there. Red might be contesting Renos. I mean, the Reno queue is horrific, so that's actually a big issue for me. Um, the Reno queue is horrible. Yeah, I might not get to a stone house actually, but maybe that's okay. But it's not that okay. But anyhow, plowing here is very important. We get to bake bread. That's a huge boon. And we get to plow fields. Um, One other option for this round is to just take 3 wood and fence. I'm expecting purple's fencing though. But yeah, taking 3 wood at some point here is totally fine. Oh, I do have Cottager as a sneaky Reno out. That's pretty bad though. 2 reed does get taken by red, so that's a bit of a bummer. It means that I have to like take 2 reedstone food actions to Reno now probably. It might be slicker for me to not worry about the stone Reno. Oh, I don't love that answer either, but I probably take reedstone food and just take 2 clay. Taking 2 clay to Reno is sad, and yet what do I need the extra clay for? I mean, the answer was potentially a pottery or a stone oven or something, but red painted all clay, which means they can't stone oven anymore. That seems like a mistake. I feel like that's a mistake from them, but red renovates here. That's nice. That helps open up the reno queue. I'm happy to see that because it makes it a little easier for me to get my double renos out of the way. I am really sad about not having an extra clay here though. Like 1 extra clay would let me stone oven or something. But I think I do just read stone food. To help set up for a reno, or because there's not going to be another 2 read action anytime soon, so I think I have to do it this way. All right, it's been a long stream. I need to pee quick. I'll be right back. All right, what happened? It was grow and take more sheep. Wait, he took. Oh, he has a loom. Okay, makes slightly more sense. But I could take a cow here just because animals are contested. I have 10 actions. What do I want them to be? I want to take Clay and Reno. Although the Reno queue is still pretty bad because, well, hopefully Red does want Reno. I do like the fact that Red's not building more rooms. Plow is, maybe it's just Plow twice, right? I need this space badly. Do I bake off of it? I probably have to bake off of this again too, which is a little sad. But nobody should take traveling players, so I could take traveling players this round still. Purple has sleeping corner. Oh, I missed the sleeping corner came down. Thanks. Yeah, that's huge. Dang. Okay, purple's game is so good then. Sleeping corner is so big for them here because otherwise they were not going to be able to grow their family to max size, but they are going to grow their family max size. Teal's also going to get to grow his family to max size. So sleeping corner is a big bummer for me to see here. That was very unfortunate, but I think I have to do this. But yeah, that sleeping corner is really big. Purple's like definitely the biggest threat here then. Purple has a stone house. They have all their fields. They have pastures. They have a 4 or 5 point tutor. They have a max family. Yeah, that's going to be very good. The only upshot for me is it means that a lot of people are going to be on the same action spaces. Like, it means a lot of people, like, red is presumably growing this round. Teal and purple are growing this round. So, do I like Reno Fence here or Reno Imp? You don't think Reno Fence is going to be contested? I mean, I like Reno Fence. I agree. I mean, I potentially take 2 clay, reedstone food, roof baluster or some nonsense. I don't know. Red did take stone. So, it looks like red's trying to Reno again, which is annoying. So, both stone actions got taken, though. Teal also wants to Reno. So this is kind of a mess. If I want to Reno to stone, I need to like reedstone food, 2 clay, Reno roof baluster this round in order to get Reno next round. I think I do reedstone food here, right? Yeah, I mean, it looks like red's trying to Reno again. But red needs another stone. So this is the only way to block. Like, if I take stone here, this blocks red from Reno. I think. And then Teal chose not to Reno this round. Because Teal took stone. Teal wants to Reno stone oven. Or pottery. We're going to do this. I don't think Teal wants to red fence. I think my best round, actually, as crazy as it is, it probably is take 2 clay, Reno to the cooking hearth, and then play roof baluster. Now, roof baluster for a stone action is pretty sad. I'm going to wind up with a stupid amount of stone. But then I can get red fence. And I don't even have to like first action it because red just can't contest. Red can't contest Reno. It shouldn't contest Reno next round. As long as I have Reno parts, red shouldn't pressure me and I can like last action Reno fence or something. And then the rest of my game can be trying to scoop up some crops and stuff. But I think this is what I have to do. I think going for the stone house is important enough. I do have some issues next round. Next round. I'm also contesting red for like all the animal types and vegetable. And like, there's so many things I'm fighting red on next round, which is unfortunate. It's possible I could bow out of the Reno fight, but I should just get Reno fence. Like teal, I don't think there's any way teal opens red fence. Oh, I could build joinery here. I think joinery is actually correct because I'm going to get 6 wood to open next round for red fence. And then I can probably take more wood later in the round. I mean, maybe somebody tries to stable, but it looks like there's a ton of wood. So I actually think joinery is good here. I don't really need the hearth. And I still have the extra stone once I play roof baluster. Ugh. I hate how the card sometimes does this, where the preview gets stuck. Okay. And then I have to play roof baluster. But I now have Reno Tempo, and I should get red fence. Now, teal could be annoying and choose to red fence, but I can't imagine teal red fences over red stone oven. It makes no sense to me. I do need to eat a cow, or eat a boar, but it lets me. I always get nervous about that, but BGA will let me eat the boar. Okay, so what's gonna happen next round though? Teal doesn't have to open red stone oven, but probably does. Red stone oven and lasso's a boar. I don't want to eat a joinery, but I do want to eat a boar. I don't actually think I want to eat a wood this harvest. I'm hoping to take traveling players, so like I shouldn't really need more food. Joinery could be pretty big here this game though. Like it looks like that I might be able to get like a 6 wood action and then another wood action to like actually help max out joinery. So that's a nice way to get some extra points this game that I didn't have available to me. Again, I really am lacking animal points and crop points. So that part sucks, but I have a lot of off-board points. I have 3-point house steward, a 4-point well, 2 here, 2, 1, maybe more than that. And I have a lot of points coming this round, but we'll see. I probably don't run out of 2-point actions is the upshot, but like the ideal round here is probably 6 wood, red fence, traveling players, another wood action, and then something like veg, cow, or boar. Not boar, sheep. Consultant is a great out here, actually. Consultant is a late choice that nobody should block. Teal presumably plays purple presumably plays an Ak here just for a point off tutor. They'll have a 5-point tutor, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, they're just playing small scale for a point. Red doesn't have much for improvement points, but the 5-point tutor is huge. Purple probably still is my biggest opponent, and they probably are going to win. This is red imp right away. That as expected, red stone oven. That's how they feed. Perfect. Fine with that. Red fence is all mine. Red has no stone discount. So as soon as red takes a stone, I have to reno, which is why I need to take 6 wood first action, because I might have to fence really quickly. The boar gets snagged right away with lasso. That's expected. Teal wants family growth, but purple's going to block them. Excellent move, purple. That's great. Purple has openings, but they block teal. Love that. Love that. I think I probably just beat teal. I think teal is the one that has to be worried about third place this game. I could be underestimating his big country, but the fact that he's big country with only 3 fields, only 2 pastures, I'm not that worried about it. Teal didn't have to reno. So teal had to be a little concerned that I would reno improvement, but I think that's kind of nonsense. So I agree. I think that maybe is a misstep by teal, but I think teal thought he was for sure wheeling growth since purple has sleeping corner. But it was a really good move by purple to just be like, I don't need sleeping corner. I just want to block you. Teal does take wood. That makes sense. Teal is going to build stables. I really want this wood action just for joinery. This is like a 2-point action, and I'm running out of 2-point actions. I mean, I could take veg here, but just taking wood and then taking traveling and then red fencing and then playing consultant is a totally good sequence for me. So I'm going to take the wood stack. I still can't get blocked on red fence. Red fence is mine. Yep, confirmed. I'm good. I can fence 15 and then still have a max joinery. I can even eat a joinery wood, I think, which is kind of silly. I don't need to. I definitely can eat a joinery wood because if I travel here, traveling means that I get another wood. I have extra food, but that's okay. I will take traveling players. I guess I could take veg here just to block red veg point, but I think I just take traveling first, and then I still red fence, and I still just have consultant as an out. I mean, I just don't feel the need to block. Red has a beggar anyhow somehow. Yeah, I don't feel the need to block red. Plus, red might take my thing, and I can't get grain anymore. So, like, I definitely should just take this action. You remember how I said I had wood issues? Yeah, I remember those times too. But it turns out that when somebody plays woodcutter and injects a bunch of wood into the game, and somebody injects a ton of wood via rammed clay, purple did not pay for their fences in wood. So that's like a ton of wood that got ejected into the game in a weird fashion. So, but the fact I have a 5-point joinery here really makes me feel good. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 17 points off board. And I have a max family in a house is 25 points, and I have like no crops and no animals. So that part is gonna limit me. But I should have like a 50-point game here. Now the problem is purple also has like a 50-point game, but I'm not convinced teal has a 50-point game. You think the second wood is 1 point? You think this action was only 1 point? That's possible. This wood action might have turned into only 1 point, which would be pretty bad. The veg is blocked, so I'm just going to wind up playing Consultant, but I'm just going to red fence now to get it out of the way. Oh, plow is still open. I also could just plow another field and then fence slightly smaller. Whatever. I can afford to play Consultants, and it doesn't really matter. But the plow option actually would have been fine. So if I didn't take 5 wood fofo, I'd be at 4 wood. So this was still a 2-point action, right? Because it was a 5 wood action. So I think it was still 2 points, plus it's tiebreaker or it's extra food. Yeah, it was fine. Maybe it wasn't optimal, but it was fine. Red has maxed out grain, has 2 veg, has 4 cows, 3 boar. Red probably has me beat, or purple probably has me beat still, but I have 2 stone rooms on them. I have an extra pasture minus a field. Consultant here is really a nice out. This is part of why I like Consultant and Pig Breeder. Just having sneaky ways at the end to like get animals is great in these tight animal games. 1, 2. So 7 points for purple. So I have 10 off-board points over purple. And I have 2 extra stone rooms. So I have 14 points on purple. However, purple has 4 cow points on me. 3 veg points on me is 7, and 3 grain points is 10. I might have won this game. Keeping the extra wood is better for tiebreaker, so I may as well eat the extra sheep or something here. Is there any way teal beat me? Teal has a huge big country and a big loom. But he only has 4 family members, and he's in a clay house. And again, he has less fields and less pastures. He has stables and way better animals. But I should beat Teal. I think I won. I think I might have won this game despite all my caterwauling. I did win this game. Wow. So remember how I said I didn't need to worry about the big country player? Apparently, I did still need to worry about big country player over purple. Even the big country Illum is that big. I needed purple to block gray then, but that was a big win. Whoo. That was lucky. Well, or was it lucky? I mean, it was unlucky also. But yeah, if purple didn't take that growth, I lose this game. Like, I had to get a kind of a narrow path right at the end. I had to finagle it that I got both of those renos. I had to get a bit lucky that red fence got left to me. I mean, the joinery was pretty important too. If I had just renoed for the hearth like I planned to and had almost submitted, I definitely lose this game. The joinery was pretty helpful. Purple would have been better off. I'm not actually sure purple would have been better off if they don't block. What the problem is, purple, it was in that classic position of they ran out of points hardcore. They had nothing left to do in the final round. I think purple probably needed to like think about how to get like what did purple do with all this stone? Like, here's a great, right? Purple's biggest issue, actually, this is what purple failed. Purple paid for their fences in all clay, and I understand why. They had only 1 wood left, and they saved that wood for sleeping quarter. But purple probably should have just fenced 13 and then been able to play stone ovens somewhere in here. Which also looks like it would have helped purple's feeding, probably. So, like, I do think purple definitely messed up in not getting some improvements. Like, there's a lot of improvements left on the table. I'm a little sad I didn't use my stone cutter more. But anyhow, thanks, Fofo. Yeah, I mean, this win was definitely earned. I mean, also some luck, whatever. Like, winning always involves getting some good breaks, but red did not do any favors for me early. But the one favor red did do for me is they did not fight for their build. They waited to just build 3 rooms at once, and that helped me because even though I thought it did also help Teal, but it helped me a good bit because I got the second family growth this game. Paying for a full-priced room when I have Carpenter's Parlor in hand was a really tough choice. But I think that turns out to have been pretty important. It's such a big difference in the growth queue for when I get to grow. And then just coming back in it later was totally fine. That worked out. So I think that is one of those, like, I think one of the big lessons and takeaways from this game is, as usual, like, that battle between tempo and efficiency is so tough to get down in Agricola, but just try to do efficient things does not always work. Red lost this game because they tried to be too efficient. They tried to set up for 3 rooms at once. I said I have to give up the efficiency of Carpenter's Parlor for 1 room because the tempo advantage of just growing right now is too strong. And navigating that balance is very difficult, but it's definitely, I think, a thing I really kind of was constantly shifting between in this game, right? Like, I went for the efficient, just take 6 clay, just take big wood pile. Oh, now there's an opening for tempo. Now there's just build the room and get in there. And trying to navigate all of that, I think, is not at all trivial, but hopefully this was a really great video to try to navigate some of those tough situations. You think red did painful stuff to me long-term? I agree, but some luck towards the end, yes. Excellent recovery. Yep, agreed. Satisfying type of game. Tough game for purple and teal with such beautiful farms and losing to the guy who didn't get animals or crops. Yeah, I mean, I will grant that too, right? Like, it's a little sad to be like, oh, this guy's farm sucks, but when you just build up 17 off-board points, that helps. This is why I like improvements that have points on them. Just building the well early was good food and great long-term point stealing. House Steward still did pay off too for points for me. I mean, to be fair, like for both, Teal did wind up building a lot of points off his board, but Purple, one of Purple's biggest errors, in my opinion, is like they played Tutor. They have no points on their cards. They played a ton of cards, and they're just not points. Like Sleeping Corner is points, but all of these minor improvements here, like these could have been actions that like I had that gave me a couple of points. Like why do I have Beanfield? Like, but oh well. The well timing was great. Yeah, sneaking the well I think was really useful, and it was really good food. Also, like that, building an early well is pretty strong because the early food helps a lot during these middle stages when you need the food, right? Like I needed the food during that family growth period, and I had food because I had already built the well. Like it was good points and good food timing at that point. And again, I like didn't have strong other actions to be doing. It was a very tough opening because I would have much preferred this game to just get early read actions, play House Steward, maybe play Stonecutter, play Carpenter's Parlor, build the first rooms. That would have been a lot slicker. That's obviously what I did in the very previous video that's part of this, because now I have a double game feature that's 2.5 hours though, not bad. But anyhow, definitely very happy to win that one. I don't even think my hand was like that strong, but luckily nobody's else hand was that strong. But yeah, I'm curious now where my rating is up to. We're at 7th. Gosh, the grind is tough. Although I said I could maybe get top 5. How bad am I fighting for top 5? I just beat this guy. Top 5 is within reach. But yeah, Bubble's kind of too far away for me to fight. But God, maybe I try to still grind to get number 2. It's definitely a lot of grinding, but it's not that many games. It's like 3 or 4 good games. Now, winning them all is not trivial, but oh well. Anyhow, that was really convenient. I'm not sure if or when I'm gonna get to play more Terra Mystica, but I still kind of do want to play some more Arena Terra Mystica. I'm curious what happened to Deep Finesse in that game. It looked like he was winning it this morning. But let's go peek at that quick before we leave. Oh, no, Deep Finesse lost. So, I mean, Arena is very open right now, but gosh, nobody's having great luck in Arena just getting wins, so. Time to clamp Bubble. Yeah, Bubble mostly plays at times I can't, though, right? Like, I don't know when Bubble plays, but trying to get into a game with Bubble is really the lesson. Now, here's what I will say. I've watched some replays of some of the other very strong players above me on the ranking chart. I think some of them are still not actually as good as me. I watch a couple of the games and I'm like, I don't really know about what they're up to. In Bubble's defense, I've rewatched a couple of Bubble's games. Bubble is good. Bubble like very consistently takes very high quality actions. Like he is very sharp. He does play a format that's a little different than I do, and the games I watched, there was 1 or 2 moments where I'm like, wow, you kind of did get lucky there, or the draft really broke nicely for you, but Bubble also just consistently like makes... I'm not convinced there's actually much room to like sneak past Bubble. I do think there's room to move past a lot of the other players. I think there's some weaknesses in their games that I could potentially exploit long term, like actually beat them consistently, but... What format does he play? I mean, to be fair, Bubble will play a little of everything, but Bubble plays more draft 10 and more extra action spaces. A lot of these top Japanese players are kind of in their own like little world because they play a lot of extra action space games, which is not my preference. Bubble also just plays a ton. 200 games already. Like... My God. But let's just go look at like Bubble's last couple games and we'll see what he was up to. Bubble also is willing to grind against iffy competition, but yeah, they're playing draft 9. Oh, this is what I mean. This is what I was basically playing though. Bubble just played what I did. I mean, I don't always love draft 9, but yeah, here's draft 10 with the extra space. Ew, like just ew. Draft 9. Yeah, so he prefers bigger draft games, which is not usually my preference. Draft 10, extra space. Draft 10, no extra space. So high draft games, but I guess he's flexible on the space or not. But oh well. Do they play mostly 4-player? Yeah, Bubble does mostly play 4-player though. I'll give that. It's the disconnect in top Terra Mystica is weird. I haven't really seen any 2-player specialists on the top of Agricola yet, but I expect they'll be there in the future. I'm not totally sure. There's just not a lot of people playing 2-player Agricola on the site at the moment, it feels like, which is totally fair, but he's not premium. Oh, that's a great point. Bubble can't create his own games. Yeah, that's a really strong point, actually. Bubble just kind of goes into what he can. It seems like Bubble prefers to find draft like 9 or 10, but it seems that he's willing to... apparently he's willing to accept no extra spaces, but who knows? You think 2-player Grick's better than 2-player Terra? I would agree. But to be fair, maybe there's a bunch of 2-player Agricola players. I just don't know who they are because I don't know where they're at yet. So whatever. Anyhow, that's a lot of blabbing at the end about stuff that doesn't really matter. This was a fun little morning. Thanks all for chatting. We had a little more activity than I was expecting, actually, because normally the early U.S. time doesn't work. But that's, I guess, why we stream to the world. And yeah, it was really fun. Really happy to get those 2 wins. It was nice to get games that actually were competitive, even though that last one was still a little funky because Red was definitely doing some kind of questionable stuff. But Red didn't do anything too crazy last game. Red still did at least contest growth eventually. They built rooms. They did build somewhat of a farm. They mostly fed. So I shouldn't like hit them too hard. They do at least have the basic ideas of how to play down, which is good. But anyhow... yeah, there's some Canadians. Yeah, nice. Well, that's cool. Anyhow, yeah, it was really fun morning. It was really good. I am off to go do some hiking this morning, and then I'm going to play games in real life. Probably no more streams today. I might wind up streaming a little tomorrow morning. I would like to get some Terra Mystica Arena in again, so hopefully we'll do that. Otherwise, I'm having more fun with this similar card set than I was expecting. Even though the card set is small, it still does force you to play slightly different games at times. I mean, I see a lot of the same stuff, but Agricola is still so wonderfully varied just in the worker placement side of things that even having slightly different cards is enough. Now, I would love to get back to other stuff. Maybe I'll take Kimball up on his offer to play some actual good players and play Agricola again. Maybe I'll do that. But I am tempted to grind my way up to the top 2 at least. Getting that second place badge would be fun. So maybe I'll try that. But anyhow, regardless, it's good times. It is still good stuff. I agree. I've been having more fun with this format than I was expecting. Like, I also... I do know how to play Agricola. I like it, but I won't lie. I really do appreciate a lot of the things Board Game Arena adds to the whole thing. It's slick. On Board Game Arena, you have reputation filters. The game goes pretty quick. You have a timer forcing people. Play Agricola is not rife with droppers or anything, but you're not going to try Play Agricola. I have a lot of positives to say about Play Agricola still. There's a lot more card pools. There's very good players. There's a very nice community there too. But it's also is obtuse to learn, and there are definitely benefits to just having a really good, slick place to play and a good interface. BGA is much more readable. Yes, that's fair too. I will say the streaming Play Agricola doesn't work as well either. Streaming Play Agricola like really only works to people that really know Agricola. Streaming here, I think it's a little easier. It's still tough because there's so many cards and I'm not reading all the effects, so you kind of have to memorize the card set. But the upshot is it's much easier to learn this card set, right? There's only 90 some cards. On Play Agricola, we're usually playing decks that have 700. Like, yeah, it takes so long to learn what's happening over there. So, anyhow, as usual, I'm blabbing out a lot at the end, managing to add another 10 minutes to our video of nonsense. So, The all-player commentary wouldn't work with Grick. So it's tough because yeah, in Agricola there's hidden information. But I have talked a little bit with some friends about possibly just doing it. It's tough because we'd be openly talking about what's in our hands, so that does change how the game's going to play a little. But it still might have some use. But it's definitely harder. Terra Mystica is definitely a lot better for that. Which I should eventually try to get some all-player commentaries again. Because those are really fun, but during summer I've been a little more busy, as have other people, and I just kind of let that go by the wayside. But maybe in the fall and winter, Terra Mystica, we could get some all-player commentary again. You think the intent in Terra Mystica is still hidden a little? Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too, Deranged. We don't in Terra Mystica, we don't talk that openly about exactly what our like future strategy is. So for Agricola, I guess it could kind of be the same thing. It could kind of just be openly talking of like, I would expect this player to do that, and I'm going to try to do this, and like maybe it would still be insightful. It's a little tricky though because yeah, player incentives are a little obfuscated, whereas in Terra Mystica, it's everybody understands what each other's incentives potentially are. So, but yeah, at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, it could be pretty useful because one of the other like real skills in Agricola too is like being able to tell what your opponents are up to. So like this game, I figured out big country was happening, right? Like it was pretty clear big country was happening. It's clear that this opponent like probably has these cards in their hand. Like I could tell that this guy was renovating because he probably had some stone house ox. And talking a little openly about that with experts and what they're picking up on and what those cues are, getting all those insights is probably useful. So maybe we could try some all-player commentaries, but I'm not sure. A training mode game. Yeah, I agree. I would do training mode games for Agricola all-player commentaries. I do think it would have to be training mode. But I think you're right. An Agricola all-player commentary would still probably be pretty fun. So I could maybe try to organize some of those. Plus, it's just good to organize games with strong opponents. So maybe we'll get that group together at some point. But I don't have much promises on that. I'm not going to immediately do that. I have like 2 weeks until I go on like a 3-week vacation. I already need to do some more trip planning, honestly, probably too, is what I should be doing instead of gaming. So I'm not going to do like the next 2 weeks, there'll still be some streaming, but then I'm going to be gone for like a month. Then upon my return, I might explore doing small player commentaries and other stuff, especially since it'll be more fall time and I'll probably have a little more free time again at that point. So now I'm truly done blabbing. It has been a lot of fun though. Thanks for the ideas. It's been fun chatting. I'm heading out. See you all around.